love, and I've been thinking lately about the night that you left and told me that you hate me. But then, man, I seen you kissing at that place we always drinking. Is the reason that I'm singing. One more shot is what I'm missing. I know I will risk it all, 'cause you're my fireball. You won't have to crawl when you gon' fly away with me. The way you lift me up, just can't get enough. Pull me out the dust, then you take me higher. This that love that don't expire, no. I got that undivided love, my fireball. Don't need no drinks when I can vibe with you. Don't need no green when I can fly with you. These lights are falling down on us right now. Yeah, and you're still shining bright. Don't need no drinks when I can vibe with you. Don't need no green when I can fly with you. These lights are falling down on us right now, and you're still shining bright. I would risk it all, 'cause you're my fireball. You won't have to cry when you can fly away with me. The way you lift me up, I just can't get enough. Pull me out the dust, then you take me higher. This that love that don't expire, no. I got that undivided love, divided love. 'Cause I will risk it all, oh, 'cause you're my fireball. You won't need to grow when you can fly away with me. Don't need no drinks when I can vibe with you. Don't need no green when I can fly with you. These nights are falling down on us right now, and you're still shining bright.
Welcome everybody to tonight's matchup. We are here for something we have been waiting for, basically for this entire season so far, something that we are yet to bring to the channel. We are live for Fuel Esports Rainbow Six as they take on Northeastern Black. I'm Boyce, and I am joined by my co-caster, Dragon.
Hello, and it's the main team. I've been casting Academy Team R6 majority, so this is my first time this term casting the main team, so I'm really excited to see what the main team is going to bring to the table tonight.
Yeah, we've been trying to get them on the whole season. We had a forfeit early in the season. We couldn't get them on. We had to pivot, but finally, we're here. We've got them here. We're able to bring them to Twitch. We've been waiting forever. But let's take a look at this roster, because this is technically the first time some of you guys might be seeing these guys. Kind of a 6-player roster going on for the Fuel Esports roster. Angel Grime, of course, long-standing captain, as well as Nylander, who's been around for quite some time. Duck, a recent addition to the roster this season, as well as Zazvu, trying to make a case for Rookie of the Year. And Dicey as well, a mid-season addition, kind of coming in to fill that spot with Delord, also currently sitting on the bench for Map 1, who we might see later in the season, or later in this series.
All right, and this is a team, I remember seeing them, once, I think, in my first year of casting. It's been a hot minute since I've seen R6 main team play, so I'm really looking forward to see the improvements. I know Angel Grime, especially on defense, is just an angel of death when they play as Frost.
Shout out Frost.
Shout out Frost, any of the Canadian ops. Nylander, from what I remember when they played, really, really good at those flanks, really good at those callouts, and making sure that devices just do not work for the opponents. Zavu, unfortunately, don't have much memory with them, but I'm also excited to see the new blood Duck and Dicey.
Zazvu's going to be one of the bigger fraggers that we're going to hope to see in this series. But first off, let's take a look at the standings that we've been waiting for this season. Fuel's sitting in a pretty good spot, but there's a lot of ties going on, so the consequences of this match could be pretty big for them. A win is obviously always going to be good. Not saying that a loss is the end of the season here, but it does put them in danger. A win here may be a chance to lock in that the playoff spot. Northeastern also sitting at 2-2. They've had some similar results against both Op and Wright State, who are still also sitting tied. So this is a very, very close fight for what is going to be only the top 4 making it through.
And especially if they win this, they actually will beat out Army West Point Black. Beating out the military college and being above them is going to be such a huge feat as well. And then just under Lackawanna College will put Fuel Esports in a nice second place position if they win tonight.
Yeah, Lackawanna's been pretty hard for this whole season. They've been playing pretty well from what I've heard, obviously sitting at 4-0, but we're going to be seeing how it ends up turning out. They lost to Army West Point last week off stream, so it's definitely going to be close. I believe Army West Point took a victory over Northeastern. I know it was 1-2. I'm honestly forgetting which team won, but it was a close game. So we're going to see some pretty similar levels of competition throughout this series, but we are going to take a short break as we just wait for map bans and for us to get in the lobby. Sit tight. We'll be right back.
So a very, very short break. We're already into map 1. It's Consulate, and the first bans to go out is Smoke and Ace.
Yeah, so the map bans you'll see in the top right corner, not accurate right now. We're working on getting that updated. That will not be the map for the series. The top map is not Consulate, but that is what our map 1's going to be. I'm not actually sure which team picked this. I'm going to assume that this is Northeastern's pick.
This has to be, because we wanted either Clubhouse or Nighthaven. We wanted those two.
From my understanding, that would be the primaries that we'll be looking for from Fuel for the series.
And looks like we're starting on defense. Frost, Mozzie, Mira, Legion, Mute. Nice defense setup. Really good defense setup. It looks like the attacking team. You got a Blackbeard. You got a Buck. We're bringing out a Capitao.
So Consulate, rework in the last couple seasons. Honestly, it's been quite a while since I've remember when Consulate was changed. Not one of their main maps, but it's not one that we're going to be seeing them struggle on, I don't think. A lot of the characters these players are very familiar with are going to be pretty strong, especially Angel with that Frost. A lot of windows, especially on this second floor site, that they're going to have to jump through, take the time to clear out that utility. Looking like potentially wanting to play for some admin control. We'll have to see how they want to play out this round. There will be the shield coming in for the side of Northeastern. Again, that Blackbeard starting off. Lots of flank control with the Gridlock and Nomad, though, so we'll have to see what the priority is for Northeastern as Nylander is set up in this main lobby waiting for the aggression.
And it seems now with Northeastern's operator switch, they're going for a really heavy assault type of composition. You can see the amount of frag grenades coming in. They want to go for these light, fast attacks where they can just suppress and start getting rid. Their main threats definitely being that Mira and watching out for those welcome mats from the Frost. Northeastern's beginning to infiltrate into these windows. The Blackbeard going in and gets hit by a welcome mat.
We're just saying the mats for Frost, but no one's able to capitalize on the kill. As the Nitro comes in from Zazvu. No one able to get the kill. Zazvu has it over the top of the desks. And there's the admin control that I was just talking about. We'll see Zazvu drop down to get out safe. Angel has the hallway for Zazvu to retreat. That's the shield down for Northeastern. Now they have a lot of this flank control, so looking to clear out slowly. Typho gets fragged. And now some control taken for Northeastern. Zazvu's going to have to move a little bit, but no one pressuring him right away. We could see Northeastern repositioning as Nomad goes down and gets impacted out by Nylander down in the main lobby. You can see Northeastern is moving, trying to take the opposite side of admin. The admin take did not work. They're pivoting over towards main lobby.
The Capitao staying on that high ground rooftop, just trying to drone out, might try to follow through because it's a 3v4 right now, and it seems Northeastern has a little bit of a disadvantage. They lost 2 of their heavy hitters, and that's a lot of their frag power gone.
It's really hard for them to clear this out too. The Mute and the Mozzie. There's a lot of things that's going to stop them from being able to clear this out.
And more welcome mats to deal with too.
They do have the Lion scan, but it's only going to matter if Fuel is on the rotation, and Fuel, other than Nylander, seems pretty content to just play safe, hold where they are. Force Northeastern to walk into them. Again, not a lot of utility to clear this out. They just have the Capitao or the Flames and the Smokes spotted, but nothing as they look for the impacts from the first floor. Nylander still on the roam.
It's a good suppression, but it's not going to be enough. The exchange fire goes out. Shotgun versus rifle. Frag goes out. Does it find its mark?
It does not. It's just going to push Dicey off. 20 seconds now left on the clock. You can see Nylanders rotated up into the second floor. They're waiting to have this hit. All 3 members of Northeastern coming from Spiral, from the area of Spiral, as they start to walk in. No contact yet. Only 10 seconds left. Dicey's going to be the first. The plant comes in for Lion. Pushing is Dicey. No one's holding. The plant's down. 2.5 seconds. They have to start the plant. The plant is going to be there, but it's stopped in time by Nylander and Angel, flanking in the hallway.
That was so quick, but getting that final kill, that 9mm doing its job and putting the first point on the board for Fuel Esports in a very, very close call.
Yeah, it was a very long wait for Northeastern. Again, they were kind of just hoping for Fuel to make a mistake. Like, not a lot they can really do. Losing that Blackbeard early. So, again, they just have to hope that anything happens in that round. There's nothing that they can do. They took all the time that they could. But that early pick was too much for them to overcome, and now Fuel moves to the basement site.
And now it seems that they're going for, again, the more faster assault play. You got the Ash coming out. Seems the Thermite's going to come into play as well. They want to stick with the Blackbeard, bring out a Ying. This is going to be heavy attack, fast-paced, but will it work?
Yeah, so from what I've heard, I know a couple of these players on the side of Northeastern have some pretty confident picks. I need to refer back to my notes on exactly if this is who we want to see on Ash. I believe that is one of their more favorite picks. But for the basement site, it's going to be more potentially roaming up this first floor, trying to clear out both the hatches and just being able to look down if they have the Cades on the wall. We do see Dicey on Cade. Thermite's there for the wall, but I would expect to see a top-down clear here with the Habana and the Deimos. Deimos is going to be able to shoot through this soft roof if they can get any sort of information.
but they're waiting with a nitro cell. They're cooking with something. And first blood, however, does go to the side of Northeastern, and
that's the Legion down. That's one of the roams that was happening. So again, they're going to clear top down, starting on the second floor. You can see, I think that's Nylander up on the second floor, looking to stop this clear. He has the information. He can hear the Blackbeards walked in, but he's going to have 4 players looking through.
Okay.
Try and get this on the Vigil. He's not going to be able to get droned out as long as it's active. Has the timing. Headshot onto the one with the Boss G, but now he's aware. 3 players going to look to clear him out. Had the angle there. Downs Deimos in the back.
Property damage comes out, tries to go for the trade, and gets pincered out. It is a 4 versus 3 in favor of Northeastern, and now it is not in heavy favor of Fuel.
But they've killed a full minute off the clock. This top-down clear takes a lot of time. Deimos will try and get some information. He's 1 HP, which is going to make this even harder for him to play this top-down. 1 bullet, and he will fall to it.
He just seems to be sneezed on. He's dropped.
Habana's
coming out to play.
You're going to
Wait,
need
is that Habana?
Habana. They're going to need to try and get this Cade off, and they do manage to get the Cade with the Habana pellets, which means they will get that hatch. 1 minute left on the clock. We're yet to see any contact on the site. All this time spent clearing out the first and the second floor. The clock continues to tick down, though, and not a lot of movement happening so far. Cade's the one targeted now, but Cade's going to be in a safe spot as Dicey manages to drop 1 and actually gets a second one before getting taken out.
And now it's a
the
2v2.
Cade, who was 1 HP, yes, 2v2 now. 40 seconds. You can see this Mira is going to have the information on the walk-in from Yellow.
It's just the FBI left standing. It's going to be a full FBI play. Will it work? You got Ash and Thermite versus Emira.
Malusi.
Ooh,
They don't have information that both of them are there yet. Zazu's going to be the first to spot. Looks for the swing, does not get anything, just some chip damage. Ash is going to be there to clear out the Mira. That's going to force Zazu off the angle, potentially. 15 seconds left.
Exchange of fire goes out. It's just suppressing. The Thermite pushes in.
They have to
gets
walk in.
tagged. Ash gets killed. 5 seconds left. 2v1. Nitro Cell goes out, but they don't know what the plan's going down. They need to drop. It goes through!
And Zazu in the perfect positioning to get the headshot and stop the plant. Again, a lot of time waiting for Northeastern to make a move. They're spending so much time clearing out these top floors, but they have to. The roams from Nylander and Typho, obviously Typho getting dropped early, but I think them losing that on the first little bit on first floor.
Ooh, a timeout.
Do you expect Nylander coming on the second floor? And yes, attack timeout taken by Northeastern 2 rounds into this game.
And I think a timeout is a good call, even though I'm not sure like doing it so early is really the thing, because right now they're doing Operation Snail. We got bubbles.
He has bubbles. They didn't make it far enough.
They
over
didn't make
for
it
me.
far.
Oh wait.
Oh wait.
This is our timeout. This is our timeout.
This is our timeout.
We let the team cook for 10 seconds. We're gonna have some fun on stream. I don't know what's
just playing with bubbles. Yeah, Northeastern's flaw is that they're doing too much of Operation Snail, and they got to be a lot more Operation Lion. They got to be a lot faster and a lot more fierce.
But they have to clear out these roams. We saw what Nylander was able to do. I almost wonder if maybe they're not expecting that extra roam. They never spotted the Vigil. It's the benefit of Vigil's kit, not being able to get spotted with the drone active. And I think Typho getting dropped early kind of makes them think, okay, is there going to be another one? Was that the roam? They were still being patient to clear out, but that Boss G is so strong. Not that it matters when you're going to hit a headshot like that anyways, but the damage that it got downing the Deimos ends up paying off in the end with the Nitro Cell kill.
Well, now if you look at the attack, it's going to be Fuse, Blackbeard, Ash, Deimos, Nomad. Is that Nomad?
That is Nomad.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're gonna go for the same kind of thing. You can see the Fuse, so they're gonna probably go for another top-down clear here. Sticking with the Blackbeard has not seen a lot of value, but he has been dropped pretty early both rounds. Now, Fuse with the second floor, the hatch is gonna get broken. We saw Angel set up a lot of the mats on the second floor. If they're going for this top-down clear, they might not expect anything to be on that second floor if that's where they're coming in. So at minimum, they'll get a lot of damage off it if they can't finish the kill. Likely going to play underneath them with some impacts, though. We're going to have to just see if they can stop this top down once again, because that's really the only option I think that Northeastern has here with this comp. The Ashe back again. The Ashe is going to be pretty powerful just to try and clear out Zazvu. We saw what it did with the Mira last round. But it still gives you the value of at least that first spot. And even if the window gets open, it's still a good head hole to shoot through.
Ooh. Dodged out the bullet there from the drones, so at least drones might be spared. Doesn't look like it. Only looks like the attacking team is down to one drone. Got a couple of can openers, couple frags, couple of
That drone's still alive somewhere.
Yeah, there is a drone still alive for the attacking team, and they're not bringing a lot of extra gear, so it's going to come down to laser gunfights and gadgets.
This is the hard part about this second floor clear. They have the castle and the
time.
Mira both set up on the second floor, which means they have to try and clear out both Nylander and Zazvu. The Mira, the Ashe charge, the first one didn't hit the Mira, the second one does. Zazvu looking for the peak. There's a lot of chip damage onto the fuse, but will fall.
Now the fuse not looking really good in the health department. Another casualty goes down. That's Nylander taken down. It's a 3 versus 5. The breach from the Blackbeard breaks down that castle wall. That top down, they go for the ping. They're trying to communicate it. Rest of fuel. That is another casualty down. It is all down to the Mute and Frost. This is a 5 versus 2 scenario. Frost being targeted by the Deimos. They're holding down their mark. The Mute now needs to make a move now to support the teammate. This is a dangerous situation. Everyone is just breaking everything on that top floor. They are going to rush 50 seconds on the clock.
You can see the fuse just trying to clear out as much as possible. It's going to be a really hard hold, but they have to, again, they have to come down. They've dropped the hatch. Angel playing a pretty passive angle. Has the shield to play around, but still clearing out. They've got 2 people now down on the first floor, and Frost target again has to make the rotate because Deimos has a lot of that penetration. Is going to go somewhere where it can't be spammed. But it's going to
planted yet.
It's going to force Frost off the site. They're going to have to play a retake no matter what. They're going to kill as much of the clock as possible. And with this Nomad as well, it's going to be so hard for this retake into 5 players. The plant will come down. Now 45 seconds for Fuel to come back in. This is going to be a nigh impossible retake. Nitro Cell will find absolutely nothing for Dicey. Angel trying to clear out the side hallway, but it's going to run into 2. There's still 3 players on the second floor, and Angel will drop. It's a 1 versus 5, and of course nothing will happen there. It's a flawless round for Northeastern. You see them come online. Finally, that top-down clear ends up working out for the first floor. It is going to be the harder site for them to play. Now we're going to see some more bans. We're going to see some sites reset.
I wonder who is going to be picked for ban. I think Fuel might ban out the Blackbeard, maybe the Deimos.
Blackbeard or Deimos will probably be the ones they'll go for here. I think Deimos is going to be a bigger threat.
Solid Snake.
I think he might already ban. I think Deimos is going to be the bigger threat, but no, actually they're going to go for
Blackbeard.
They're going to go for the Black. Mira is going to be the smart ban for Northeastern. Zazvu's gotten a lot of information off of that, and it forces them onto the Ashe pick to be able to break it. And immediately you're going to see they're going to pivot away from the Ashe now, switching over to Buck. Similar ability to kind of just clear out the soft walls, but a lot more ability to do it with that shotgun. Zazvu pivoting over to the Thorn. We're probably going to see a bit more of a trap-heavy comp now for Fuel. And again, as we see now, Typho with the Legion. They are still going to stick to this first floor.
Will it be enough? Because
Sorry, second floor. I'm wrong. Sites reset.
The issue I'm wondering, because with Northeastern's timeout, something happened that they were a lot more communicative. They played a lot more fast-paced. They didn't snail as much as they did in the previous round. That got them that point on the board. Will they continue that type of combat momentum, or will this point bring them back to their previous flaws?
I think the problem with that last round was more the roams for Fuel getting caught out. I mean, they're playing to control that second floor. Zazvu had a great position and almost had the kill, just unfortunately not able to finish that one off. And then I'm not exactly sure what happened with Nylander on that second floor as well, but the control of the second floor not being traded out by anyone is kind of just, it's going to cost them a lot because you're wasting 2 bodies. Sure, you're killing a minute off the clock, but there's still a minute and a half left even at the end of that.
And now with the attack phase beginning, it looks like Northeastern is going to go for this top strike. They're breaking windows. They're going through at least tags coming out to try and get some info. 2 claymores have already been spent. Wonder where they took them. Probably just trying to stop any like outside map attacks, because sometimes teams love to do that.
There's not really any runouts here for them. It's going to be more just in case there's a first floor, someone trying to jump out and get anything for the rappels up. No one's really going to be able to do anything on the second floor. And the Blackbeard switch over to Blitz, of course, sticking with the shield. And now Blitz, pretty annoying, but scary enough that it's going to force. We see 2 Fuel players down in the basement right now. On that room, I'm going to assume that that's Nylander again, and I'm not exactly sure who else it is. But on that room in the basement, going to look to have some pressure from behind as Nylander's walking back towards. I'm not sure that they've captured any drones. For the information here, we do have 1 drone for Nylander. Going to look to just figure out what's happening on this first floor. They're trying to clear from the bottom. Clear out a lot of those close angles under B as the Nitro is going to connect onto Soccer Mom.
Rip Soccer Mom.
That the drone value in that first floor, they knew they were trying to clear out from the bottom, and now taking the basement, we're going to likely see a hit here. The Amaru's prepped it. Amaru's jumping in that second floor window. There is the map, but he's jumped over it. Has to turn for it. Goes for the plant, but the fire's kept them. Zazvu's got 2. It's down to just 1. It's Norrisk who's just now cleared out the Zazvu roam. And it's a 1 versus 4 for the Nomad. He has the 1 on the stairs. 1 will get air jab trying to push, but Norris just has to hold this. There's basically nothing he's going to be able to do here.
The entire team just got barbecued and shredded, and this turned from what could have been a really good assault for Northeastern into a final stand. A Nomad left on their own against 4 members of Fuel. The fire goes wide, seeing the barrel, the suppression goes out, the Nomad gets tagged, and then the outside run from Nylander shreds them and drop into the floor like a pancake.
A much better second floor hold for Fuel there. The basement control pays off big time for Nylander with the Nitro through the floor. Zazvu with a great hold on site. I said Rome, that was not what I meant to say. Great anchor for the B site. Had to turn to shoot the frost mat. And that was just enough time to swing through and manage to get the rest of the entry. The bomb immediately went down. And now, coming back into the 5th round of the game, we're back into the basement for Fuel. Second strongest site on this map. It's just going to keep going in this order. Top floor is going to be the easiest for them to hold. Basement, they're pretty confident in. Already off to a good start. This defense, they're going to be definitely hoping to get this one, as well as going back to that first floor to end.
And it seems we're seeing a Hibana Blitz, Ash, Thermite, and Deimos for the side of is it Northeastern or Northwest?
Northeastern.
Northeastern.
Yeah, going back to the exact same comp that they had before. Deimos is going to be the one that's a lot of pressure on that top floor with the targeting, because it's going to tell you exactly where they are. You have a lot of penetration on that sidearm. The Ash, not going to be as needed this time with no Mira, as Zazvu's now on the Capkin trying to set up on this opposite side.
With the new update, they did a rework of the armor. Now there's like no armor, light, medium, heavy, and Juggernaut. Didn't that get added in the new rework?
Is that in yet, or is that? I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think that's what added with the Metal Gear Solid update. That now, if you have less armor, you're faster, but at a health disadvantage.
That was how it worked. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't booted up this season yet. I haven't loaded into a game this season yet, so I actually don't know the answer to that question, to be honest with you. But
viewers, let us know.
Either way, it's not going to be too big of an impact on the side of us casting and the side of us talking about it. We're going to see a little bit of movement speed penalties, or a character maybe moving a little bit faster than normal, but I don't think anyone's going to be complaining about either of them. We can't really... We can't see the numbers anyways. It's all a percentage to us. So it doesn't make that big of a difference on our end. As Dicey, off the rip,
drops the Thermite.
And that's their hard breach. They do have the Hibana, but now it's going to be harder for them to get that garage wall. Doesn't look like they're interested in the garage wall at all anyways.
Oh, the Legion is able to strike the Blitz. Capcam being targeted by Deimos. Blitz trying to probably go down, but it seems that there are barrels just locking on that position. Things are going out. The Capcan knows they might be attacking their holding that dangerous kill box angle.
Got a lot of time before they end up making it through, as trying to still clear out this Legion. Typho's been on the roam with Angel on the first floor as the rest of Northeastern finally makes their way into the building, onto the first floor, trying to clear out Typho. You can see the Damo spot, the shield in front. The fight's going to come to Nylander first,
Yeah,
as he drops the blitz, but is traded out by Hibana. Now 3 versus 3. Both roams have been cleared out. 45 seconds, though. Again, a lot of time has been killed on the side of Fuel. He has to jump out to be able to get the diffuser. That was where I believe the thermite was dropped in the early round by Typho. 30 seconds now. Fuel content to just play their angles. They have a lot of hold. They still have to clear out most of these Capcan traps on the reverse side, unless they're going to just try and walk down yellow. But walking down yellow, you're going to be walking straight into everyone as another Legion. Now they know that they're coming down yellow with 15 seconds left. This is going to have to be a crazy entry. Zazu's still holding this.
Oh, the long shot!
But it's going to be traded out immediately by the Nomad. Nomad walking in. Now it's a 1 versus 2. Dicey in the corner with 4 seconds left. The case is down. Just has to live. 1 second.
Stay
Plays the
alive!
pillar.
Let's
and
go!
will survive. Enough damage. Honestly, I thought he got the kill in the first place, but enough time to survive a 4th round for the side of Fuel Esports. Again, the time just ticking down on Northeastern.
Fuel played a really good defense. It wasn't even Northeastern snailing. The defense was too much that they were able to bleed out their time so much.
Little awkward there for a second with the Nomad refragging. Zazu didn't expect the second one. And at that point, it managed to catch Angel off guard as well. But Dicey in a safe enough position to get the trade. And just too late is that last player. And once again, we're going to go to this first floor. 4 rounds now for Fuel.
And with a nice 3-point lead, they're slowly climbing their way to make that gap even wider. Or can their opponents bring it up to try and tie it? It can go either way still.
The important part is they're having a really strong start to this defense. Obviously, Siege has kind of always been defender-sided. I'm not too sure on how confident Fuel's feeling with the Consulate attack side, but
That
looking at the
might
rest of the
determine the
maps,
tide.
like having the rest of the bands now, like Clubhouse and Nighthaven were 2 of the maps that they really wanted to see in this series. So having those both be the next 2 options, an early lead here at minimum means if we finish this half finish is 2-4 or 1-5, you're having an attack side where you only need, even if you're not confident, Northeastern only needs to make a mistake twice, and the map's over.
That's true. They're like Northeastern's fault gap is closing in so much that they'll get to the point that if this continues, they cannot falter at all, and the pressure is just going to be more and more weighed in on their shoulders.
So one of the differences we already see in this round is obviously with the Mira gone.
The Clash is coming out.
With the Mira gone, Zazu's gone over to the Clash, still trying to just be able to play that second floor for the information. So with the head holes where the Mira would usually be, now it's just him holding a Clash shield. Serves the same purpose, just can't shoot through it.
It's like a Montang from Temu, but it's basically Montang mixed with Palpatine.
That's one way of putting it.
That's what I'd say. Big shield, electrocution.
His whole goal is just going to be to stall as much as possible, and it's a big ante to this other shield, who it will put the shield away after a little while. But it's going to kill a lot of time. Zazu does have Nylander up here as well again. So much time and resources being dedicated by Northeastern. Castle will get targeted. So that is the support of Zazu.
Oh, that's a nice angle. Just that pixel Pete operation there.
It's the shield walking up. So he has the information on the shield. Zazu will pick it back up. 1 minute and 20 seconds already left. They're losing time here. They need to start pressuring Zazu as the shield gets put down and he swings for 1. That's the sledge down. That's a lot of the top down clear once again. 4 versus 4 as Nylander is taken out, but still 1 minute left and Zazu is still alive on this second floor. 3 players trying to clear him out. There's only 1 member of Northeastern even close to the site. And the Nitro's going for him. It will miss. Soccer Mom is very low.
Yeah, they're not looking good there.
Near 1 HP. As we wait and see what the plan is with 40 seconds now left on the clock. The rest of Fuel content to sit and wait. Typho making a little bit of a move towards lobby, scared of a spiral walk though. There's only one player left, as Typho's probably going to be the first point of contact if they come down spiral. But Typho's actually rotated back, so has Zazvu dropped down the hatch. 20 seconds, Typho's going to be the first point here. Will the shield turn for it? The shield won't, but he's missed a shot. Pressure from both sides coming, blitz for the push. 10 seconds, will get flash, goes for the melee. Dicey gets the trade out.
Oh!
It's a 1 versus 2 now with Dicey trying to fight. Gets one and gets traded out.
2v2, 5 seconds left. Goes to Angel, gets traded out. 3, 2, plant's going down.
And it's the Clash. The Clash gets the one. Zazvu swings for another. The Clash shield ends up saving his life at the end. It's enough to stop the plant and just swings through at the very end. And we go into halftime with 5 rounds for Fuel.
Oh my god! I thought that was going to go the other way. I honestly did not expect... I didn't expect that to be a victory for us. I thought that was going to be the other way.
What a pull through for Zazvu.
What a
we can
play.
see the melee was enough to stall the blitz. It does buffet them a little bit, so he can't pull the gun out. It's long enough that Dicey can trade him. The trades go both ways. Angel does fall, but it's enough time off the clock. Zazvu can just walk in. You can see, drops the shield at the perfect time, and he has to take the plant. He can't get off. The time is up. Perfect positioning for Zazvu. What a round for him.
And now, as we swap, and now it's Fuel on the attack. The Cap Cam ban from Fuel and the Dokkaebi ban for Northeastern. Will Fuel's attack be just as good as their defense? This is the round to determine it. They have a comfortable lead.
We're gonna need.
Will it be enough?
We're gonna probably need to see some pop-offs on the side of Fuel. We've been seeing a great game so far from
Solid
Zaz.
Snake's playing?
Defenders, protect your bombs
We
from
thought
being
that
used
Solid
by
Snake
attackers.
might not be in play right now, but it would appear that he is.
It seems
So
Solid
we
Snake
are-
is going to be in play.
We are seeing Solid Snake, the newest character, which I still find really funny that he's in Siege, and I need to boot up this game because I need to see
Oh,
it.
I think we're swapping off with Snake.
Okay,
Aw.
maybe it's not in play.
Maybe it's not.
There's a chance it's not, and Dicey's just finding out. Dicey is the substitute player,
Oh, probably.
so there's
Snake?
a chance that he wasn't.
Snake!
I'm not sure. We'll have to ask them after this map and see what's up with that. But no Snake.
Well,
We're
because
gonna
I
get the
think
gridlock.
the lead rule, because I remember Delord told me in the past that when a new operator is out, it's a 2-week unplayable phase, and then after 2 weeks, fair game.
Now, I don't know if it's going to be the case because Snake was on a test server for quite a while, and
That
it was
is
a
true.
public test server, so I'm not exactly sure what it is. I'm not going to pretend to get that answer right, but
The only
regardless,
thing I'm disappointed about Snake is that his ability has nothing to do with the cardboard box. Like, that's his whole thing. Like, just imagine just his abilities just hides in a cardboard box and can sneak in and plant the bomb.
prop hunt Rainbow Six Siege. Honestly,
Yes!
I'd have fun with that. As we go into the first attack side site for Fuel, and we see wanting to start with the basement is Northeastern. So that might be a reason for some of these changes. We see the Thatcher come out for Nylander. Zazvu's on the shield for Blackbeard. Pretty competent pick for him. And the flank control for the gridlock is what we swapped over from. Hit by... I'm not sure what hit him there. Might have been an
They were
impact
hit
from
by
Dicey
something.
or just someone playing the hatch on the breach. Dicey chipped down just a little bit. Not going to be a huge deal. Not a lot of topside pressure for Northeastern. They might get a little sussed of this with that hatch being open. Two players
Look how
for...
spread out Northeastern is.
Yes, so they're going to have that pressure on the first and second floor to try and stop them from doing the top-down clears that we've seen from Northeastern. But with this Thatcher, Bandit has to play close to try and trick this wall. Otherwise, Thermite just going to be able to open it up. We're going to have to see if Bandit's anywhere near to trick it. Oh, has the Cade as well. So there's two different things trying to stop this. They need to be able to find the Cade to get that wall open. If they get the wall open, it might help them out a little bit. But we see Zazvu's already up the back side. So a lot of pressure now. Northeastern having to turn. There's the prox alarm. Will get broken. Two players for the side of Fuel coming up the back hall.
First blood goes to Northeastern.
Yeah, Angel will fall. But still lots of time. Getting spammed through the floor. Just a little bit of chip onto the Malusi. You can see this top-down angle. This is what they were scared of, trying to open up that wall. And Zazvu, the shield drops, but is traded out by Typho.
And now it's a 4 versus 3 scenario in favor of Northeastern still. It looks like Fuel is now going for that blitz strike. It's going to be down to these three. The exchange of fire going out.
You're going to have to get the backside. It's going to have to be the backside.
They have to go for a backside play.
The wall is electrified, though. NECC has to get here to be able to open up this wall. Otherwise, there's no way he's getting in. Unfortunately, I think the frag just killed the gridlock there.
No,
Walking down Spiral.
Spaghetti-o.
Dicey falls to the roam from Spiral. The gridlocks there weren't far enough up. Goes for the reload at a bad time, but he gets away. And that's going to be
4
costly for
seconds,
Fuel. 3 seconds. There's
2,
no way
1,
in.
0, and that's time.
Just a hard start to the round for Fuel there. Not a lot that they can do in the beginning of that round. Losing out super early. But again, it's the first round. With it being 2-5, they only need 2 rounds. It only needs to be 2 mistakes on the side of Northeastern. There's 6 rounds that we can play here. Although ideally it happens in 5. We don't see an overtime, but either way, 2 rounds are what's going to decide this out. No way in for Fuel on this backside. A great hold for the side of Northeastern, as it looks like Northeastern looking to play a little bit more information, swapping over to the Valkyrie for this one as we move to... Oh, I'm very surprised to see this.
Solid Snake is allowed. We're getting confirmation.
So I'm really surprised to see them going to this site. So we're playing first floor and basement. I forget what the site is, but this is... I feel bad. I never see anyone play this site, and I'm forgetting the name of the site, but it's a split between first floor and basement.
It's a big... this is a large site, which means for Northeastern, this can either be really, really good with making kill boxes for Fuel to drop into, or they'll be spread out so thin that Fuel will be able to just annihilate them one by one and pressure that point. This can go either way.
So this is where we're going to see the difference in the map pick, where Consulate being the pick of Northeastern. This is where we're going to see the differences. It's where we're setting up on defense. You don't see this site come into play very often. So having it come out, it might actually be a little weird for Fuel to attack if this is something that Northeastern is prepped, which you would assume they do with this being their pick.
Swapping back.
So we'll have to see how they clear this out.
That's a beautiful gun skin.
The ace for Dicey. Double shields for the side of Fuel as well. The Blitz and the Blackbeard will help them clear out a little bit. Wanting to start in the basement, it is reinforced, but the ace will be able to at least open that wall up enough for them to go through. It puts the pressure on the side of Northeastern, and with this being a split site, it's going to force Northeastern to play a little bit differently, play a little bit split between both floors. They've been same as Fuel. They've been playing a little bit top heavy, just trying to stop the top down clears. But this round, they can top down only for the one floor, so you're committed to have people in the basement. But it looks like Fuel just wants to hit the basement directly as they open up that wall. A lot of head holes open for Northeastern.
First blood.
Nylander falls to a nitro. I'm not even sure where that came from.
It came from somewhere, and it blasted him. And now he's over there, and he's way over there.
That's one of the 2 shields down for Fuel. Zazvuz walked up, trying to force that player off Spiral. Where the nitro came from that ended up getting Nylander down.
Going for the pipe, trying to use the environment to their advantage. That does kind of close out that ball. He does know he's there. It gets a little bit of a stun. Did he see the person in the alley there? The exchange goes out. He's pincered on 2 sides, and it works out. The Blackbeard does get dropped. That is both shield operators for the side of Fuel down. One gets tagged. However, it's a double kill.
Overconfidence here
For
Typho and Dicey.
nice trade for the both of them, making this a 3v3. Typho and Dicey, 2 casualties, evening out this battle. It's down to now a Smoke and a Valkyrie.
Only 10 seconds though. Fuel
They have to do something.
They have to make a move now.
Now Fuel's playing Operation Snail. They got to do something.
There's just so many angles to clear out even with 3 seconds. The diffuser's down. that's just going to be the
And
round
time.
for Fuel.
And that is 2 rounds lost to time, unfortunately. Fuel is unfortunately mirroring what Northeastern did in the early phases of this map. They are snailing and giving Northeastern too much time to really build a defense. But the problem is, on that point alone, way too spread. Way too spread.
They have to play it that way, though, with how Northeastern is set up with this split site. They have to be able to clear it all out. We saw Zazvu get dropped early on with that
Defenders,
shield
protect
walking
your
down the
bombs
hall.
from being
There's just
defused
a
by
lot of
attackers.
angles that's really hard for them to clear out. Now we'll move up to the second floor. This is going to be a site a little more familiar.
Connection made.
The warning, the worrying things that we're seeing now is shift in momentum for Northeastern. They've pulled out 2 rounds now. Solid performances coming from all of them. And granted, we did see Typho come online. Typho been having a rough game on the defense side. Switch over to the attack. Has found 2 now. But still waiting for the rest of Fuel to be able to pull through. And now,
The Tachanka's coming out to play for the side of Northwest.
interesting. So that might just be to try and pressure if they're going for these windows. We saw the alternative, Goyo was banned out in the first bit for the side of Fuel. But we saw the differences with Capitao accidentally mauling his own teammate in the one time. The fire can be a really big weapon when you're trying to play the window, especially the safe one on that B site. I'm going to assume that's the plan for Tachanka, especially with the Fenrir as well. So this Fenrir is going to be a pretty big problem trying to clear out through these doorways.
This is a dangerous defense comp that they have. Because Tachanka with that light machine gun and their gadget can do heavy suppression. The Goyo can use that fire to just break and stop any advance. Or, if they get lucky, lock someone in and barbecue them. And then you got a flambéed team.
It doesn't look like Fuel is wanting to test that second floor, those second floor windows pretty much at all. We can see the shields clearing out on the first floor. Zazvu walking through, but no pressure from Northeastern. Northeastern pretty content to just play this second floor site.
They can vibe.
They have a lot of traps to play off of, but what they don't have is any sort of electricity. So the wall, we saw the wall get opened up by the ace early. Still with 2 charges, but obviously no one from Fuel wanting to pressure the wall, but it at least makes Northeastern a little bit worried about it.
Well, it seems one of their players did get tagged in the ace as well, so there have been a light exchange of fire, but not enough to confirm a first blood yet.
That'll be the
Oh,
the
and just as I say something, Nylander has to go and get the kill for me. Thank you, Caster Curse.
The Denari was one of the people roaming on that first floor. Nylander came up through the basement. Denari not prepared. I'm not sure where the trips are. It looked like one of them did actually catch Nylander, and there's the trips we can see. Dicey drops Soccer Mom. This is a great spot for Fuel now. Went back to the wall that was breached early as Zazvu falls on the other side of the map. 45 seconds. Lots of time still for Fuel to make a move. We see the shields starting to walk up yellow. Some pressure as one jumps in.
Ooh, that heavy exchange. You have
3 people holding that, though. This is going to be hard. This is where the Tachanka is going to be really strong.
I'm just saying, you have a DP-27. Just hold down the trigger. Suppress fire.
But you've got the fire. You can just burn out that entire walk, and nothing they can do
Literally.
is mute swings 3 versus 3, and that's the diffuser down. Everyone else from Fuel on the other side.
Fenrir gets dropped by Nylander. That's a double kill. They're going for the attack at 17 seconds. Blitz rushing, doing their job. Gets suppressed, has both barrels angled. Where's the rest of Fuel? They can angle this, they can do this. It goes for Angel, get the kill. The pistol goes out, and that's the point for the board for Fuel.
And now Fuel on to match point. That was a much better clear. We saw what happened with that wall being opened. They left it alone. Northeastern got a little bit lax on it. Dicey came back to get one. Pumped out by the shotgun. But enough time, you can see Nylander just bobbing and weaving his way in. The Blitz blind is so effective. The melee missed on Nylander, which might have been the only saving grace there if that melee connected.
Blitz and Thorn.
Blitz being banned, I'm not surprised
Yeah.
whatsoever, given what we just saw. But Blackbeard still up. So still shield options for Fuel. They've been running double shields so far this entire attack.
I wonder why Thorn was the ban pick though for the attackers.
So Thorn can be pretty strong. I would expect losing that site that they're going to go back to the second floor. Thorn's a pretty strong pick there.
Defenders, protect your
Now,
bombs
we
from
didn't see
being
a pick.
defused
Actually,
by
they're going to go back down to the basement as the basement is available once again.
And
But-
it's the more closed section, so not a lot to worry about in regards to spreading out. That bandit's gonna be dangerous. Reinforce the walls. Got the K coming out. Nice use of
We
the
got
outer
Snake.
shotgun.
We got Snake.
Oh, and we got Solid Snake coming in. Finally, yes! I've been waiting for this. Wait, hold on. Kept you waiting, huh?
I'm going to be honest. I haven't played any Metal Gear game since I was like 12 years old. So
I'm a huge Metal Gear fan.
I've got no references here.
Leave it to me.
I will.
Literally just finished I think my third playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake, so I'm on
I
a
think
huge
3
Metal Gear
is what
fan.
I played on the PS3 when I was
Snake Eater
younger.
was still one of the best in my opinion.
My dad. Well, I just played it because he had it. I don't know.
Reloading.
Well, here we go, and now with the attack phase, Snake is in play.
They actually swapped who's on Snake. Dicey took the Snake.
Yeah, no,
this time.
yeah, Dice is on Snake now.
It was Nylander in the beginning. Or was it
Really,
Tazu?
I'm so looking
One
forward
of
to
them.
seeing Solid Snake play. Let's do this.
So still the one shield for Fuel. Zazu sticking to the Blackbeard. Now, one of the benefits for Snake is with this clear they've been having to do through the second floor, that radar is such a strong utility for trying to
Oh, the
clear these out.
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard just in. He's running this down. Now, he has to be careful of this second person. The camera, and he turns at the wrong time. Doesn't know where it is, but manages to stay alive. And Dicey's just
First
there to
blood.
trade. I don't know how he got traded out there.
Yeah, no,
Oh, through the hatch.
Snake! Snake!
Through the hatch, the Cade manages to trade out the Snake. The wall's going to get opened up by Nylander. There's nothing there to stop it. I don't think Tubrow's in position. Nope. So second floor will be opened up. Was already in, and no one is up there from the side of Northeastern to hold it.
And now it is a 4 versus 3 with Northeastern on the advantage. Detonator, Defuser is still in the hands of Fuel, and they're just having to take that long way around. If they keep pushing that point, they're just going to be flooded into the kill box that Northeastern has taken. It's already taken 2 of their members. They only traded out the Bandit, but there's still a lot of defense for the side of Northeastern.
They're going to have to try and clear out this Cade as well. Cade has so much information with that peek down looking through the garage door. All 3 members of Fuel will be grouped. But just coming through Visa, it's not really anything special. They're going to have to go for a backside clear. We saw what happened in the last basement round where we tried to go through the backside. And no shield this time either. It's going to be even harder. 2 members of Northeastern trying to stop this clear, just spraying for some information, trying to bait Nylander. Might be baiting them into that second player on the first floor.
It could be a bait. However,
was,
one
but
gets dropped.
does
It's
take-
3v3.
Does take out the Solus, but are they aware of the Cade still on first floor? They have to be. They know this was playing. The Lion Skin won't get the information because Cade was already posted. And
it's-
Nylander drops as well. It's a 1 versus 3 for Typho. And on the basement, Soccer Mom will clear it out.
And that is another point on the board. It is getting dangerous. Fuel just needs to win 1 more.
Now, again, basement, one of the stronger points, sorry. So what we'll probably see now is them go back to that split site that they won in the first bit of the second half. And we will see them. They're going to go servers. They're going to go tellers. So on that split site, they had a little bit of trouble clearing out. Snake's back out again.
They're gonna if they're bringing out Snake. They either are memeing or
Defenders, protect
there's a
your bombs
plan
from
with
being
this.
The
defused by
Snake
attackers.
is pretty powerful, especially, again, for these clears, telling you exactly where they are. You can see even the way they're looking when you activate it. It's going to be a challenge for Fuel to figure out this split site that clearly Northeastern is very confident in. The Valkyrie got a lot of information out of the last round. The smoke has a lot of pressure as well, but it's only 1 electric. It's just Bandit this time. We will not see a Thatcher.
Not this time.
So Fuel's clear.
Capitao and Ash swap.
So no hard breach here. They're just going to play the can openers. So not looking to repeat what they did last time with the split site where they tried to get it open with the Hibana Thermite. It's going to be likely a lot more slow of a clear. The Blackbeard's been handed over to Dicey, so a roll swap from the last round with Zazu being the one on Snake. The Ash for Nylander.
Oh, it looks like there was a tag onto Angel.
I would expect to see another backside clear through the basement here, potentially. With the amount of utility they have to break open these soft sides, you can see the pocket radar there. So we know that no one is close on the first floor right now when this gets pulled out. So he knows, okay, we can walk in first floor. No one's going to be fighting this. Now they can go up to the second floor and immediately clear this out. The tool is so valuable for gaining these initial entries.
Also, Snake is able to actually get frag grenades and other utilities off the dead bodies of teammates and enemies.
Nitro comes through, but Nitro won't find anything, but it will at least give away the Bandits' position. They're not going to be able to get that wall open regardless. They don't have any utility for it.
Everyone is so patient and silent, but first blood goes out, and that is the Capitao taken out. Soccer Mom getting first blood.
Hypho falling. The Capitao's going to be a lot of utility for them. That's their smoke's gone. I'm not sure if they've got any more. Lion's likely the one with the can opener, so likely not.
Uh-oh, spaghetti go. And it seems they're
What is
just
this
a nice
spot from Tubarao?
I don't know, they're just chilling.
Tubarao's still hanging out on this first floor with Blitz. They're thinking they're going to try and get the wall open. I don't think they know that they don't have anything.
They're just chilling.
They're trying to play for this wall. But Fuel's not able to open it anyways. But the Blitz falls. Nylander clears through. Coming down Spiral. Now going to work towards the basement. Dicey drops. That's not the Tubarao. That was the Valkyrie.
The Snake's down.
Coming down, Nylander does manage to get another one at 3 versus 2. Information on both for Northeastern. 40 seconds left and both members of Fuel at half HP. Northeastern needs to just do absolutely nothing right now.
They just gotta chill.
They can sit tight. He's trying to get a Nitro. There's a Valk cam pinging and I don't think they're aware. And they're grouped now as well. They're all playing in the basement except for this Valkyrie. So as soon as they go for the plant, Valkyrie doesn't manage to get that fight. But again, it's going to be so hard for Fuel. They have the cameras. They have the Nitro. Looking to swing through.
Gets one.
Gets dropped. That's the case. It's all on to Angel. Looking for the pre-fire. Soccer Mom not giving the fight.
The Nitro goes out but does not find
There's
a tag.
nothing.
There was exchanging and they just don't. It's time.
There's nothing that you can do there. The camera was pinging the whole time. They had information on exactly where they were going to be.
They were caught in 4K.
This split site is so hard for them to figure out as we go into the final round of regulation.
Before overtime.
5 to 6. Yes, we'll go into overtime. If this is a loss, it is match point. One more round for Fuel to close it out, or one more round for Northeastern to force overtime.
We got a timeout.
Yep, and Fuel will take their timeout on this final round of regulation, what could be the final round of the game.
And with that, with the final round of the game, we got bubbles again! Yippee! Yeah,
Bubbles.
Hold on. Can I get one? Just one to land, please. Oh, wait. Oh.
They're gone.
Yep.
What I'm curious, so I'm wondering what's happening in this timeout right now, because we're seeing a lot of just, I mean, this defense has been great from Northeastern, especially on this split site. It's been really hard for Fuel to clear it out. Nylander's having a great game, so is Dicey. Dicey coming in, stepping in for Delord, has had a great game so far, but we need to see more out of both them and the rest of the team, just the team as a whole. Like, they're the ones that have been stepping up in a lot of the rounds that have worked out for them. I'm not sure what we can really expect from them if they're the ones falling silent.
Striker, isn't that Recruit?
Correct, that is who used to be Recruit.
Yeah.
So a lot of them will start Striker, and Striker's not a bad pick. It just gives you more utility. If you don't need any of the abilities, you can have, I don't actually remember what the mix is, but you can get can openers on Striker. You can get rags. You get basically any utility on it, and you get 2 of them. So,
Okay.
whatever. That's fine.
The Montang coming into play.
Yeah, I honestly expected to see Typho swap off of. Okay, he's gonna swap off.
Okay, there
They're
we
doing
go.
They do it a lot where they'll start on striker or and then just swap as soon as they know who they want to play. Almost like it's signaling like, yeah, I don't know who I'm playing. I'll swap to whoever.
No
the
snake this
the
time.
Twitch for Dicey is going to be big this round. Look at the amount of utility that Northeastern has.
Okay.
So the Twitch will be able to clear out the Goyos, clear out the Fenrirs, the Denari trips. A lot of value from this Twitch as long as they can get in. No mute and no Mozzie, so the drones will have to be shot. And yes, Zazvu on to the Monty. So
Deploying drone.
with this being the second floor, we can expect to probably see Zazvu go for a walk up through yellow and just try and walk in safely. That or they're going to try and clear out admin. I mean, really, there's only two ways to go into this site, so that's both of them.
It seems you can hear some change to the gunfire, some breaking.
These Denari trips. So the
Whoa.
Twitch, kind of visible, will break one of the Goyos.
Smart, okay.
Some value, but not a lot taken out for the one drone. Still will have one more. Looks like it's already been deployed.
And
So that Twitch drone trying to clear out just a little bit more utility. The Denari trip still mostly up. That's a pretty hard one to clear out. But the danger here is going to be the Goyo and the Fender, and hopefully maybe if they can spot this Cade, take out the electrics. They don't have any hard breach that it's really going to matter, just the cans online again. Scan comes in as Zazvu runs in. The Nitro will miss on Zazvu.
the Montang. We might get a flank on the Monty. The pin does go out, so they know they're there. Comms are going out. Northeastern.
No one's in position to do that, though.
No one's in position to do anything to really rotate out. However, the Montang did push them away a lot.
And you can see at the same time, Fuel took the first floor. So staying directly underneath Zazvu to make sure there's no Nitro from the bottom. This is a really deep angle for Zazvu.
Oh, and they're tagged. They're getting every debuff in the book right now
But
at half health.
the
First
Goyo's
blood
broken.
goes down to Northeastern.
A lot of the Goyo's broken, so that's a lot of utility down. 45 seconds left. It's good to get that done early enough. 4 versus 5. Zazvu's half HP from walking in that far. But the Lion scans will reveal at least 2. Zazvu's currently slowed up by the Malusi, swinging through. Not able to find the headshot, and he's baited by Typho.
Nice!
Typho gets it. 25 seconds. They have to go for the plant. Throwing the smokes down. They have to try and do something here. 20 seconds now. As the poison smoke comes in with the normal smokes. Walking up the stairs, the smoke drops.
3 versus 4.
It's an advantage for Fuel in this final round, but 10 seconds left. They have to be able to get in for the plant. It's going to be huge for Nylander. If Nylander can find one, he takes so much pressure off of Zazvu. 4 seconds. Zazvu has to be able to shield.
Someone hit the
diffuser's down!
Hit the diffuser! Ah!
The diffuser falls at the last second, unable to keep them alive. And we go to overtime on Consulate.
It's gonna be a long one. Here we go.
R6 is always a long one.
Oh no, I just mean that like
This bait was perfect.
that was solid.
We saw Typho.
Snake.
What a skin, by the way, on the shield. Can we comment on the Uwu Onslaught shield skin?
Yeah, the anime skins.
That
are
was
great.
incredible. That was incredible. And unfortunately, Nylander tried to take enough pressure off the back, but Zazvu not able to keep the
See,
planter alive
waifu
long
buff
enough.
activated.
That's incredible. I haven't seen that skin, to be honest.
Yeah, it literally says right on the shield, waifu buff activated.
So
but didn't work this time.
We move into overtime with Northeastern.
Uwu onslaught.
Northeastern starting on the defense. The teams
Device positioned.
are backwards on the overlay.
Device placed.
It is Northeastern on the defense. But we'll see them start with this basement. I believe I actually can't tell where we are. No, we're going the split site again.
Oh,
But at the top-down view, it's not confusing at all.
Here we go.
And no reason to not go to the split site again. It's worked for them every single time so far, and it hasn't been close.
And it seems we got Ace, Capital, Montang, Ash, and Lion coming out to play for the side of Assault.
So Fuel not changing a lot up. They're feeling pretty confident that okay, maybe we
They
can get
could
this
have
clear.
won that.
The Monty's the one that switched. Obviously, with the Blitz being banned, that's not an option, but not Blackbeard, and the Monty's dead immediately! Zazvu falls to the Tubarão.
Guess the waifu buff didn't work.
The Tubarão and the Blitz playing the same position we saw them the last time. But this time, it does catch Zazvu, and that's huge for the side of Northeastern.
That's your big like tank down, and it's just made Fuel's attack just a lot more harder than it had to be. Orange team now has the diffuser, 2 minutes on the clock. The ace is inside. They've located the sites. But with this being a 5 versus 4, it's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, and Fuel's going to have to take a lot of time now to clear this out.
1 minute 40. The silence goes out. They are taking out, and we can see in the Ubisoft Connect.
We'll ignore that. We'll ignore Ubisoft Connect. I don't know where that just came from.
It's just Ubisoft Connect. You know, they wait to tell you who's playing.
I don't even know who that is.
Norbrainer is actually from one of the other teams that we faced on ACAT.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting. Well, that
For
would
some reason, they
okay,
requested the
sure.
observer account.
Okay. I think we can just ignore that, and we'll move on from that.
Yeah, they're not important.
1 minute left as Typho's also fallen.
5 versus 3.
Kind of just been waiting for Fuel to try and clear this stuff out, but again, with that man down immediately and it being your shield, kind of just has to hope that Northeastern makes a mistake.
This is scary.
Northeastern not willing to give them any mistakes. Playing very passive. This angle, I don't think there's going to be there is a tiny little pixel. Looks like Dicey spots it first. Blitz can't.
And,
Blitz is never going to move off of this angle. Bandit, sorry,
Bandit.
not Blitz.
Blitz is Bandit.
The other
GIGN operator
with an electric thing.
No, wait, GSG9. GIGN's France. GSG9's German.
I believe you. You are correct. That is, yeah.
GIGN is France. GSG9 is German.
I'm gonna believe you on that. The Nitro doesn't find anything. Dicey does drop Soccer Mom. 20 seconds left. We're gonna start to see Fuel make this entry. Annihilator finds another. They've got entry into the A site. This is the first time we've really seen them get any kind of entry. They have to try and clear them off the stairs.
They only have
back
10
off.
seconds.
Where is Fuel with the diffuser? Traded out 2 versus 2. Nylander's on the bottom
Where's
site.
the diffuser?
They have to make this play. I don't think they were aware.
And the defenders won. Oh, okay.
I don't know where the diffuser was. They had the A site, but I think they were worried about the Nitro.
I have no idea where the diffuser was. It
It was dropped outside early. Who picked it up?
No one.
Did
no,
they?
No one. No one picked it up.
The diffuser was outside the whole. No, it was picked up.
But then it got dropped again and then just disappeared.
Interesting. I thought for sure that they had at least some kind of play there, taking entry to the A site. But with 4 seconds left, they have to pivot. No, the diffuser's still outside.
Yeah. Okay. And now Fuel is on the defense. This is their final chance.
But what's rough here is, so Fuel on the defense for this round, but even with a win here, they're going to go back to the attack for the overtime match point.
Yep.
So Fuel has to lock it down here. They'll go back upstairs where they've been playing pretty well on their defense.
I have no words. Well, I have words, but I also have no words because it's also confusing, but it's also, I don't know. We're vibing. And it seems that you got a Buck, Montang, Gridwalk, Capitao, and Deimos coming out to play. And then we got Cade, Ying, Valkyrie, Frost, and Spiderweb. Spiderweb does not Bandit. That's the other GSG9 defensive. Jaeger coming out to play.
That would be Jaeger. And so a little bit of a different look for Fuel for this defense. Mira banned out, obviously, still from the initial bans in the first half. Zazvu on to Valkyrie. Zazvu playing pretty info heavy, just being able to throw the utility down, play off it, or have...
The Buck's already in.
Yeah, walking in this first floor. The roams for Fuel. Nylander roaming on the Jaeger. 15 kills already in this game at the top of the game. Top of the board for both teams. Dicey not far behind. But behind 1 round. to Northeastern.
This is dangerous. Oh, that's a really good camera angle. You can hear... Is that... No, that's the helicopter in the background. I thought that was automatic gunfire. No, that's the helicopter in the background.
That is ambient noises.
Reload!
Yup.
Minute and 50. A lot of time. Fuel is going to be very slow on this. Not wanting to make any moves, but immediately caught out. Buck a little overconfident there. The Cade's all the way in the basement.
That's first
Northeastern
blood,
not prepared
second
at all,
kill.
and Nylander, the other roam, one of the other roams. We've got 3 roams for Fuel playing this first floor. Nitroing nothing,
They're just waiting. They're setting a trap.
and now you can see the players of Northeastern walking in on the second floor, going for the admin side, all 3 members, and spam through the wall. Little bit of a bullet hole, and the plant goes down for the Monty. Has to get off. Zazvu drops 1 in the back.
It's 2 versus 4. The Montang sure goes out, but the spray from the assistant for the Valkyrie, the Desert Eagle drops 1. It's a
Monty drops
2v3. It is only down to the Capitao and the Montang.
He has a safe plant here too.
Going
The
for
Monty can get
plant,
the safe plant. We
going
hear the
for
Nitro, but I
plant.
think it's one of the people dead.
Oh,
2
and no.
versus 2. Zazvu drops. It's Planetoid and the Monty left alive. They're stuck in this site though. Nylander underneath still.
This is not
Nylander has to come back up. It's just Typho and Nylander.
30 seconds.
There was a frost mat in the window, but it's not going to matter. No one's going to be anywhere close to it. Typho finally comes upstairs. Monty's walking up. They have to make the melee, but Nylander finds one on the site. And now Monty's off the site. Typho can just hold. Has to walk in and get this kill.
Just someone
10
to-
seconds left, and Nylander will get the defuse as Typho manages to drop the Monty. And now, as long as no one lets go of a button, that's the round. We are 7-7. We go to one final round of Consulate.
It is, oh my lord, it is insane. We are down to the last of everything for map 1.
Oh, that got a little scary for Fuel there.
Just a bit.
Up 4 versus 2. We saw here, despite the pick through the wall, Dicey drops. The plant almost comes through, gets stopped, will manage to go down safely, and Planetoid finds Zazu trying to stop it. But the rotation for the Monty ends up costing them as Nylander wins his fight, and all Typho needs to do is just hold him in place. And we go to one final round of Consulate, winner take all. And unfortunately, it's Fuel on the attack. We are yet to see them get more than 1 round on this attacking side.
They need to bring... They've been bringing their A game this entire time. This has to be a no mercy, no mistake play.
Now the plus side is
Take no prisoners.
they went the split site the first time. The one they've been struggling the most with is off the table. So into the basement is Northeastern. Fuel needs to be able to clear out this Cade on the first floor. That's been something that
Party
they've struggled
time.
with. Trying to clear out the Cade that's looking through the floor into the garage. So getting that wall open has been impossible. Zazvu will stay on the striker. Likely to be able to help them get this wall open. No shield this round.
Whoa.
This is the first attack round we've seen with no shield on the side of Fuel.
And they're blitzing Nitro Cell. Going
The
out.
Nitro might
Does
get
it
it,
find
though.
its mark?
Tubarao manages
Nope.
to stop it though. So here's the thing with Tubarao. Tubarao will freeze it, but as soon as the Tubarao runs out, the wall will still go. He can use as much as he needs to stall it. And what's good here is Cade might be able to get his electric back up. So pivoting away from the wall is Fuel. Tubarao's going to use as much utility as possible. We can see Solus might get cleared out here.
It depends on Wes, because that P90, if you know how to use it, you can suppress.
At minimum, going to get droned out. Trying to clear the drones. Doesn't find it. Drones now will see Solus. There's 3 people looking to clear the second floor. I'm unsure if the baseball ever got dropped. Manages to drop Typho.
First blood.
Going through the hatch. A little over aggressive from Typho there. They just droned the Solus out. And now Nylander falls. The snake is down as well. Hasn't been finished. I don't know if they don't have the information on the down. They'll see Bandit drop through. Nylander's still alive on that second floor. Is anyone going to be able to go for the res is the question.
He's either going to get revived or executed. Flip a coin.
I don't think anyone's in position, and Zazfu dropped
That's
again.
5
The
versus
Cade
3.
on the first floor. It's a 5 versus 2 basically at this point. Nylander's still down.
Yep. He's still he's halfway there, living on a prayer. Is anyone going to revive this snake?
Is
Or
anyone
is it
gonna-
too risky?
I don't know if they even have the time to get to him.
Oh,
Quarter
oh.
health. The Cade has just had so much pressure here. Cade finally gets cleared out. 50 seconds now. I think they're worried. Wait, Dicey's in. Dicey's in this site. I don't know if they have any information. He turned at the last minute. Oh no. But does Northeastern know either?
I don't know. The snake gets burned out. Oh, and it's all down. It's a 4 versus 1. He gets 1.
Gets 2. The other one's down.
Oh no! Oh no!
And an unfortunate turn of events for Fuel. Up 5-1 on that defense. But not enough. A very, very strong defense side on
They take
Consulate.
map 1.
They do take map 1. But looking at the next 2, what were the 2 maps that we wanted to see from Fuel? It was Clubhouse and it was Nighthaven.
What's up next?
Clubhouse. And if there's a win there, it goes to Nighthaven.
Which is another fuel-centric map that they wanted.
It was the 2 that they wanted to see this series. Dicey managed to get in late, but this Cade took so long to clear out. You could see it was actually trying to clear out Dicey that cost him his life. But it's not going to matter. Dicey will find 2 in the end, but the round will go out. And it's 8-7 for Northeastern. Man,
What a match.
such a long match.
That was a very long
It's
match.
been over an hour since we started this series, and we are only 1 map through. We're going to take a short break before we head in to Clubhouse. Got a little bit of time before we get in. Honestly, we need it. That was a very, very long map, and I'm sure
Yes.
the teams do as well. Sit tight. We'll be right back as we head into Fuel's Pick a Clubhouse, looking to keep this series alive.
Don't forget to hydrate. After a grueling map 1 defeat, we are on to map 2, which is Fuel's preference, which is Clubhouse. Woohoo!
Yep, and starting on the attack side, which, again, starting on your strong side is hopeful, but that's obviously going to be the choice of Northeastern for this map.
And
Let's
with the bans that came out, we got Montag and Blitz and Cade and Mira.
So not messing with the shields.
Nope.
Fuel's been running a lot of them. We've seen Zazu on Monty quite a bit of last map.
Come on, go back to
But
Snake.
not something that I think Fuel was going to look to do for Clubhouse. So we're going to start basement for the side of Northeastern, keeping a lot of this first floor control with the castle. Going to slow down a bit of the clear.
And it seems that it looks like Northeastern is going to go for that suppression play. They want to try and lock out as much as they can. The exchange of fire going out, courtesy of Nylander.
Just trying to break
that
the
property damage coming out, marking out that castle wall. That's a dangerous angle.
So all we're going to want to see here, we're going to see Nylander try and clear out through that door and just stay on this fence basically the whole round. You can already see on the right they're clearing out the first floor kitchen. The castle barricades actually kind of do them a favor here. They know that no one can swing that deep angle. So it's just going to have to be clearing out enough to get into that first floor, and likely we'll see a Ying flash play for this kitchen hatch, go for a plant and play top down. But a lot of first floor pressure for Northeastern might be able to cancel this out. 3 players on the first floor. Again, the barricades might actually help Fuel just get this quick plant off if that's what they're going for. You see Twitch come in, will immediately kill the Goyos. The drone will stay alive. And that hatch is actually still soft. So, easy way in for Fuel through the soft hatch for a kitchen, which makes me wonder if this is something that Northeastern's willing to concede and just play to stop the plant. But the Goyos being destroyed is going to make this harder. We can see they're getting the hatch open. Okay, well, we shot Habana, but it's gone now. Don't know why we needed the Habana there, but it works.
First blood goes to Northeastern.
And the Habana's the first one down, as we saw Norrisk take Habana off that angle, the smoke on the first floor. Just looking through that hatch was all it took.
And overall, now not a lot going on. We're seeing some white exchanges of fire. A little bit of tagging. Utilities and frags are going out.
The smokes are coming
Spray
in.
and praise.
Zazu needs to be careful. Hose might be spotted.
Oh!
We almost saw it. I'm surprised that he's sticking to this drone. This is where we might see the Ying play. We have the Ying and the Twitch playing here. This is going to be dangerous. 25 seconds left.
Oh!
The Ying drops, and that's the whole play falls apart.
Going in.
Zazu just has to drop in. There's nothing else he can do. Norrisk with a triple kill. Norrisk has held this perfectly. The whole play had to revolve around getting the flashes down, and unfortunately the Nitro just catches out. Not enough pressure.
5 seconds on the clock.
And not enough pressure taken on the rest of the map to be able to push them off. Typho drops, and so does Nylander.
And that's the first point going to Northeastern on defense.
And not enough pressure to keep Norrisk off of that hatch. Zazvu and Angel had the play. They knew what they wanted to do. But Norrisk had nothing else he had to look at because there was nothing else happening on the rest of that map. The other two just a little bit too late. And it will be the first round for Northeastern.
Attackers need to
You'll
locate
just
and defuse
need
as
a
many
couple
bombs as
rounds
they
here
can.
on this attack. We'll move upstairs. We'll go bedroom. We'll go to gym. We go gym. Shout out gym.
Shout out Jim. Can't skip leg day here.
Camera's off, but I was flexing there. There was a joke there. I kind of... No camera. It's fine.
Okay. Next time.
Man, just so unfortunate with how that last round ends for Fuel.
Well, we do have a swap onto the Ace and to the Blackbeard, so we're getting some a shield up at least. Thermite coming out to play alongside Maverick and Lion. So
Correct.
decent composition here for Fuel. But but they gotta worry about a Panda, they gotta worry about Smoke and a Goyo.
So no castle this round does mean a little bit of ease of access to these windows. But that main wall is going to have to be the Maverick. There's a lot to stall it. The Tubarão and the Bandit. And what's curious is this Echo pick. Zazvu on the Blackbeard. That will force him out a little bit.
Where did that drone go?
Fell off the roof.
Yeah,
he's bouncing it off so it lands close.
Okay, so that was on purpose then.
Yep, so he's going to go clear out the garage here. Just wanting to make sure that Cash and CCTV are fully cleared out, although he's going to find 2 of them, one on the red stairs. That hole will be enough. They do get the main breach open. So step 1 of this take accomplished for Fuel. But not even a point of damage traded out for either side so far. Just information that, all right, they're playing for Cash and CCTV, and they're playing for Cash really hard. Full wall electrified. No one's going to be there for the Nitro, so it's going to be a wasted one. Trying to clear out red stairs. We can see Angel just trying to keep some pressure on Cash.
First blood
and
goes
Zazvu,
down.
The pressure on Cash is enough. Soccer Mom falls. And now Zazvu and Angel can pinch this last remaining player in Cash. Zazvu's actually a little close. Gets the information. The toes shot out. I don't think he knows that there's no Nitro. It's already been used, so they're a little scared to push through. Angel just holding for the rotate. Zazvu falls to a Nitro for the first floor. No risk down on the first floor. Manages to take him out. This Rome, Norrisk having an insane map already. 4 kills for the first 2 rounds. There's only been 6 people dead so far.
And majority of them are to no risk. Waiting outside, Typho trying to at least assist with some long distance engagement, but they're not in a decent angle right now, so it's not going to be, it's not really much of a support, it's just an extra barrel in case someone tries to flank.
Just trying to cash there. They're just trying to hold the players in position. Angel hoping that someone makes a mistake. They have the balcony under control. But Northeastern is just hunkered down the other side of the map. They get the electrification gone. Apologies, no they don't. It was actually the Tubarão that froze it. The wall not open, but they will get open the other side of that wall. Might be enough to pinch Tubarão, but 25 seconds left. They're running out of time to clear him out. Gets pinged, flashed off, full white. What do you expect? Another flash comes through. He's blind. Dicey drops him. 15 seconds now.
They have to do something. Who has the detonator?
The
Okay,
case
they
is
have
on
it.
Typho. They're going to jump in. It's 3 players, but the smoke's going to stall. Typho
Double kill, no
not
risk.
able to come in. The smoke still has full utility, and Dicey drops with 4 seconds to go. Has to run in, just look for the plant. Whiffs on it! And Dicey's in, can get the plant. Nylander has to hold for him. The spray is missing, but he walks in.
Oh, no!
Nylander not in the position to stop it. And the plant is canceled, and it's a second round. That one was close, but it does go the way of Northeastern yet again.
Okay. So, Fuel needs to make sure that when they go on the attack, they need to have the diffuser. And, this is the number one thing, have the diffuser. You gotta trade, in these trades, you gotta make sure that you have someone to follow up. Like, Northeastern did exactly what they had. They had someone who was able to go through to try and rebound just in case something like that happened.
Yeah, there's not much that Fuel could do with that take.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, just a little bit too late. Nylander having to go the long way because of that smoke. Honestly, the fact that Dicey even got in for the plant, or was it Typho? I'm not even sure who it was at the end.
I think it was Dicey.
Whoever came in for that plant at the end had no right of even starting the plant. The smoke, I don't know how he manages to live through running through the smoke, and the unfortunate whiff for the side of Northeastern almost
Plot
cost
armor.
them the round. A lot of plot armor, apparently. But not enough for the round win. We'll move over to Cash and CCTV. The next prio site for the side of Northeastern. Not a lot of compositional changes. We'll see the Azami come in. Azami's going to be really hard to clear out on this balcony. And Blitz likely just going to be wanting to, or sorry, Bandit going to be wanting to trick this. And the drone hole is actually not there. So this is going to force Bandit off. But the Tubarão is able to stall it. And because the Tubarão froze it, the drone doesn't go off.
It's just there. They know it's there too. They're just waiting for it. It's frozen in cryo sleep. Will it go boom now? It does go boom.
Charge. Stay clear.
But
Here we go.
Bandit can now get back to it, and Tubarão can still freeze another charge. But the back wall will get open before that.
Another one's coming out, and does it
You
get
see the
frozen?
it does get frozen. But we can put another charge down and wait. Typho stuck off, not able to get this wall open. One bandit left. He has to try and trick the wall.
Well, everyone else is now starting to pin, so the zombie is getting pinned down, having to use those frozen covers. The bandit is waiting on the angle in garage. Very dangerous, but first blood goes
Wall still
to
not open.
Fuel. The Jaeger is taken down. The trade, there's a strike onto the bandit, but not enough. That ace, very, very low on health. There could have been a trade up there, but luckily not. It's a 4 versus 5 Fuel with an advantage slightly.
This is going to force.
Beep, 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 beep. Boom.
Still one bandit left. The wall did not get
Oh,
open.
another
Angel
kill.
drops him. 5 versus 3 now. The wall still not open. I don't think they can.
I don't think so. I think this is
They're clearing out construction.
But the Jaeger and the Bandit are both taken out, so both members of GSG9 eliminated. Personally, I think the bigger threat now is the Tubarão.
Tubarão I don't think Tubarão has any charges left, but still the fight is what's going to matter.
Oh, another
Norris
kill though.
with another kill drops Zazvu. 55 seconds, still lots of time for Fuel to clear this out. It's a 4 versus 3, although Nylander barely alive. They're
Yeah,
going to
not
be
doing,
able to.
They're not looking good.
They might get some access to cash here, but it's going to have to be cash. They can't get the wall open, and they don't have enough garage pressure. Planetoid and the Azami still there. The Rap's coming up red stairs. There's potentially Nylander's a little bit worried about the first floor.
He might be able to catch No Risk off guard. No one's watching
No
stairs.
Risk is aware of it.
Oh, is
they
he?
have to be aware.
Oh.
They have the barbed wire. They probably have a camera down here still that did spot that. Or actually, Nylander's just spamming the first floor. 20 seconds. Flashes come in. Norisk is full white. Another flash will come in behind. Will manage to keep Norisk off of this angle.
Another flash! He's just being flashed!
And Planetoid drops, but it's the Azami in garage.
7 seconds, but the diffuser's been dropped!
3 versus 2. It's only Nylander left alive.
But no one has the diffuser!
And unfortunately, again, the timing just too late, too far away. Nylander was trying to play for the first floor. Thought the rest of the team could get in. They had a little bit of a timing here, but it was just so hard. Nylander on 1 HP, there's not much he can really do. Getting the entry is dicey, but immediately traded out. Angel dropped as soon as she comes in, and Norisk is just going huge here. Last alive on 1 HP. Nylander does take one out, but there's just no time left to make the rotation. And now 3 rounds. That's a heartbreaker for Fuel.
That is a heartbreaking loss. And now the next set of bends is the Dokkaebi and the Tubarão. Are we able to get kill stats up real quick? I want to see what is No Risk
You can
stats
see
right
bottom
now.
left. Norris is currently 7-1,
Oh!
having the game of his life as far as we can tell.
Oh yeah.
And he has been a huge player for this side of Northeastern as we go to the 4th site available. I don't even remember what this site is called.
Lounge? Bar and lounge? Like that, because it's the kitchen, there's a table there. I don't know.
We're in the basement.
That's a very long
Sorry, wait,
table
are
to
we
have.
in the normal basement and I'm just blind? I'm gonna be honest, I haven't cast R6 for a long time. I don't remember this top-down view. Yeah, we're in the normal basement sites and I'm just having a moment.
Okay.
Please ignore me.
Well, we don't want to ignore you. You're great.
You can ignore me if you need to. It's
Sorry, what?
okay. I understand.
Well, as we go into the attack phase, it is 3-0, a really advantageous position for Northeastern right now. The Blackbeard coming out for Nylander, and the rest of Fuel needs to find their spot here. We got some roamers. No Risk is roaming that first floor. We got a state tunnel, one in the toilets, one in the church, another in the stockroom, western hallway as well. They are doing a lot of roaming, it seems, trying to clear out. The Warden, especially, is having a lot of
that
roam
was
fun.
close for Skopos. The Nylander with the shield keeps him alive. We can see likely what's going to be the same setup as last time, looking to make that Ying play through the hatch or at least keep it an option. So this roam with Skopos is an interesting one because all Skopos needs to do is just go back to that other bot, and they can do that from anywhere. Clearing in, Dicey and Nylander trying to force off this Warden. Self-flash a little bit, but it's okay. It'll do the job.
First blood.
Zazu falls. That's the Flores gone. That's a lot of utility to clear things out. Zazu off to a rough start. Had a pretty good map 1, but so far has been
dangerous.
quiet.
You don't want to go through that hallway. You got 2 barrels pointed in each section. The flash just misses the Blackbeard.
Flash intended to go through the doorway, I think, bounced back a little bit. And that Warden still in a position to stop what will be his play. Dicey plays the bait off of Nylander, but Nylander getting spammed through. We'll go to half HP. Now it's time for this Warden. Warden will drop, so they've managed to force him out. At the very minimum, they have first floor control.
As my friend would say,
But the problem with this Warden is there to counter this Ying play.
Oh, Black
No
Soccer
Nomad.
Mom Soccer Mom is there waiting. All these
Oh,
need
this
to see
angle.
that head. Oh,
Dicey sees the pixel onto Soccer Mom. 4 versus 3. The Ying flashes come through, but the Warden's there. We have one dropped. Belusi is there. The diffuser is dropped as Typho gets down and killed by the smoke. That's the diffuser on site through the hatch.
3 versus 3 now.
3 versus 3, and they have to drop into the smoke to get it. Smoke will have one more charge. It won't be enough to fully kill the time. It's enough to kill a lot of it. Angel gonna make a rotation down the stairs, but 2 people holding it. There's still 2 people on the first floor. As time runs out, it has to be a move. Only one
15
member of Northeastern
seconds.
looking anywhere else. There has to be a play. I think it has to be the Blackbeard to drop. 10 seconds now. They're playing close on the case.
They're going in. They're going in. They're
Northeastern's
going
just
in.
collapsing. 5 seconds left.
3 versus 2. 5, 3, 2.
No way to get the case, and it's
3
immediately
versus
dropped.
1, and time. So far, Fuel has lost every round to time.
And that is the nature of Rainbow Six.
Yep.
Unfortunately,
Time is not your friend.
the amount of time that it takes to clear things out. A good start for Fuel, but unfortunately, again, on this site hit, they haven't been able to get in for these plants. Typho falling as soon as he drops in. 2 great picks early, despite the loss of Zazvu. But dropping in here, they're dropping into smoke. Granted, they don't have a choice. But
we
Typho
got a
falling
time.
there was just so hard. And finally, Fuel will call a timeout 4 rounds in. They're 1 timeout. Man, I don't even know what you say at this point. It's just been NORISK's having a life game, and they've gotten the early picks that they need to get, but as soon as they go for the site hits, it just falls apart.
It's when the one thing that Northeastern is doing, which is really, really good on their end, is that they secure the point, and then every single area has a barrel on it. And the moment that there's an exchange of fire with one member, there's at least someone else in Northeastern ready to rotate, just in case that position gets overwhelmed. Then, when the time is ticking down to that final 15, 10-minute mark, and then Fuel is forced to rush, that allows the entire remaining surviving members of Northeastern to rush in and just annihilate them.
Northeastern's having a great defense so far. That is for
They're
sure.
having fun.
And again, mostly off the back of NORISK. 4 rounds in, 7 kills to his name so far, and none of them came in the last round.
They're almost 2 points away to match.
And we go back to gym and bedroom again, a site that Fuel did good on taking the rest of the map control, but as soon as it came to that entry into the bedroom, just fell apart. This smoke has had so much value. With how late they're stalling into the rounds, the smoke holds his charges till last minute. And Fuel's having to fight through something that's just ticking away the damage the whole time, and they can't get the plants down either.
And now, let's see, we got a Thatcher, we got a Thermite, we got an Ace and a Lion. They're sticking with what they've used prior, so they're confident that their composition will work. It's just a matter of enacting it. Like, they're at that 90% mark. They just got to find that 10% that they know will work. They're breaching through that top wall. That's a really good position. They got some nice solid cover. They got good observational vantage point. They just got to make sure they win their gunfights. No risk, though, on the Bandit. Roaming, trying to get underneath. Revolver comes out to play, just getting some property damage in. 1 minute and 55 seconds to go. Still a lot of game time, even though in reality it's not a lot.
It feels like an eternity. I will tell you that, at least from my perspective. Obviously, R6, always a pretty long game. Very long rounds, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, just to have all this time clearing out, and they almost always go the full distance. Fuel setting up these breaches, trying to get the walls open. Dicey will come over. Will manage to get the construction wall open for Typho. We saw Nylander throw the ace charges in to get the other reinforcement for the bathroom. Fuel doing a good job so far, clearing out the rest of the map. Looking like they want to hit the gym side this time. And Nylander actually rotating over, opening up the garage. 1 minute left.
This pacing is really starting to concern me now. Not a single casualty, and we're down to the final minute.
I'm not surprised whatsoever with how slow the rest of these rounds have been, but at least
Oh,
this time
here we
he's
go.
gonna get
No,
baited
no.
out. Norris takes the fight. Little overconfident as Zazvu.
Oh,
Flash
no!
bounces. They're going to be blind. No one's going to swing off of it. Thankfully, that could have been costly. But walking in, Zazvu.
Double kill.
And now it's the clash. The clash in the window. It's enough. The melee for the shield takes him out.
Triple kill.
Zazvu with the triple. He is online. He didn't see the walk-in, though. Soccer Mom's in the sight. So 1 versus 5. Soccer Mom's the only one in. Will drop Typho. Walks in. Finds another one. Through the wall almost is Zazvu. Comes online when they need him the most to pick up the first attack round for Fuel. 4 kills in the round. And 1 more round to go on this attack side. And it is desperately needed for Fuel.
4-1, a point finally on the board for Fuel on the side of attack. A much needed victory, but a lot of games still to go. Thatcher, Thermite, Flores, Ace, Lion for the attacking side of Fuel for this next round.
Funny enough, that was actually from the last round, but they're going to stick to the same thing.
They found
No
it.
one's
It works.
switching. We're seeing the same on the attack for Fuel as they go back to the same site. The Frost coming into play now. Little bit of a difference, but with where Fuel was playing to enter last round might not make a big difference.
Well, the welcome mats are coming out to play, but Angel knows Frost. That's her main on defense. She should know how to counter her own operator.
Even knowing how to counter it, sometimes just having to make someone look down on the entry, always looking at the floor, it's going to stall them out. We see a lot of heavy setup towards Cash this round. Ooh, I thought that was going to be a shot in the back of the head clearing a camera.
It's not fun when that happens.
That was an awkward moment for a second. I had a bit of a heart attack, I won't lie to you.
Friendly fire is not friendly. That's what we learned.
And friendly fire is enabled.
As it is in most games now, because for some reason, shooting your friends is what happens in games now.
And ready.
I wonder what the defense strategy is going to be.
You can see it right now.
Well,
The
is
setup for
Northwestern
red.
they're gonna stick to what worked? Fuel read into it. They were able to break through. They won their gunfights.
And that's why we see them with a little bit of a different setup this time. Setting up hard towards Cash and Red, just wanting to keep the off-site control that they lost last time. The Clash is over there, and that's going to be a hard one to clear out. Clash was the one on site last time and didn't get as much value, because by the time they hit the Clash, there was 3 players on her. Perfect positions in the last round, but Norrisk was fallen silent in the last 2. After a very hot start, playing a little bit of a roam again.
Oh, is he gonna
He a
be
little scared of the garage walkout. Has no information on it. Nylander's dropped. The door was already open too. And spam through.
Oh, the wall bang!
A great trade from Angel. That's huge for the round. The ace breach being down means it's only Thermite. It's going to be a little hard for him to clear out this bathroom. But still, the main breach is able to be opened by Thermite. I'm unsure if Angel has can openers as well, which may save it. Either way, the trade, exactly what was needed in this round.
4 versus 4, a minute left. Exchange of fire going out, trying to actually make Northwestern attention, and that's a
Angel with
double
another.
kill for Angel. 4 versus 3. That's the smoke taken out.
Ooh,
Pressuring the Clash, almost turns
Clash
and getting shredded in the hip.
almost looked away at a very bad time. Honestly, I thought that she might get dropped there.
She could have.
But look at the balcony control for Fuel. The amount of control on that side of the map. And everyone else is playing. Clash is in, getting meleeed. Zazu's trying to walk it in. Can't get the kill on him.
Oh no!
A little bit of
versus
a
three.
whiff. To zoom in a little bit too much. Couldn't track the Malusi, but half HP.
Position shield.
Yes, it's a 3 versus 3. Clash is stuck in this bathroom. They're
Clash
gonna
is-
look to go the reverse side. One is in B, but Typho's dropped.
Soccer
Angel's
Mom
dropped as well.
drops.
It's only Dicey.
Oh!
And at the last moment, it falls apart for Fuel again. We see a 5-1 defense half. Once more, this time on the Fuel map pick. Now we've seen a 5-1 go the other way once already on the last map. It went the distance. The question is, will we see it again? We're going to need a momentum shift on the side of Fuel. Once again, a great start. But as soon as it gets into the late round, this has to be a kill.
It missed by an inch. If it was just an inch more to the left, that was going straight through their face.
So close to being able to close it out.
Cade and Habana, the first bans. The second bans are Bandit and Thermite.
So just wanting to ban out the hard breachers for Fuel. Ace left up. But Habana is going to be would usually be a big tool on the side of the attackers for taking the hatches, especially for the basement. Fuel going to start second floor, taking gym and bedroom. And
Attackers
interestingly
need to
enough,
locate and defuse
both
the bomb.
Bandit and Cade taken out for the side of Northeastern, which means it's going to be a lot of ease of access to these hard walls, but a lot of utility left up for the side of Fuel. Mira's left up for Zazvu, which we saw to great success in that first map. I wouldn't expect to see that survive the second round of bans, but it is going to be in play for these first couple rounds. Hopefully will be enough.
But Fuel's in a huge hot seat. All Northeastern needs to do is literally win 2 matches.
But we said the exact same thing on Consulate. We said the
is true.
same thing on Consulate, the pick of Northeastern, but Fuel wasn't able to close it out. The defense side just so strong traditionally, and especially on the map pick of Fuel, I expect to see a very strong defense here.
Well, we're about to find out. It's party time. The operators are in play. Soccer Mom actually going for a striker run with a Monte.
Yeah, again, not a lot of utility needed. There is no electrification here, so the
Setting
can
off
openers for striker, good enough piece of utility, and they can still carry frags with it if they need to. They're actually going to take impact EMPs, which will have very little value here just with the mute and the Wamai. So able to take out mute jammers at the
Okay,
most,
what
but
did
there's-
that beer bottle do to you? The exchanges are going out. It looks like Northeastern is going to try and make their push soon. They're droning. No one is there on this floor. It seems you can hear some
Yings
of the
being thrown in.
yings.
They're just taking CCTV. That's all they want. They have control of cash, but it's just the Monty in this deep so far. Yes, it's good to have this space, but we've seen that it's not everything. Fuel's fallen apart from having that at space. With the Monty up, though, something we saw banned, something that Fuel couldn't use. It's going to be a strong tool to at least get access to the front entrance of this bedroom. Droning out through the hatch. Striker's going to be the one to play the hatch, if anyone.
The castle took some
Zazu
damage.
might have an angle here.
Oh. Zazu, just...
There's no camera to spot this, but the question is,
Does he see him?
I don't think it's going to matter. I
First
think he's
casualty
waiting.
goes to Soccer Mom, though.
He has to hold because he doesn't have any information. Typo trades out
Trade
Soccer
out.
Mom. 4 versus 4. The Yings are coming in. The hit's coming in the backside. They're
Typo.
entering the bedroom. And as Zazu
Oh, there
finally
we
gets the
go.
one, and the shield tags on to the Monty.
Oh, but there we
it's
go,
a
he
1
got dropped.
versus 3 now. As Monty's down, it's all down to the Lion. Gets 1 kill onto the Nylander. A great shot. from Planetoid. 40 seconds now.
And it's all down to the line with very minimal health.
Fuel needs to do absolutely nothing here.
No, what do we just sit? All they
Can
gotta
be
do.
sneezed on, and with the lion scans, there's nothing they want to do. Will swing to get spotted anyways, but it's just a bait for Zazvu. And Fuel starts the momentum reversal, or what is hopefully the reversal of momentum.
The snowball. And as they just need to keep rolling it and building it.
Desperately needed.
Yes.
Desperately needed after how that round went. We thought maybe for a second that Zazvu wouldn't find this. Waited forever. Turned around. Finds the headshot on Norrisk, who has been very, very quiet since those first 3 rounds. Only 1 kill since. Planetoid with a great shot. But it's not going to be enough. Zazvu coming back online. I've only really seen him come into play in 2 rounds, but the 2 rounds he's come into play have been absolutely huge. Both the round wins for Fuel have come off the back of heroics from Zazvu.
What will... Ooh, we seem to have a swap. It looks like No Risk is going to run Striker, and Plantoid is going for... Who runs the bees again?
That is Grim.
Grim has the bees.
So, moving into CCTV and Cash, Grim's going to be a big tool here. If they can get the main breach open, which, with there being no electrification here, it's going to be pretty easy for Northeastern to get open. Not a lot of stall on this main breach. So Fuel going to just have to play for the site, and with the Monty and the Grim can force off a lot of those angles. You'll get live pinged if you walk through, which means Monty might be able to get a good plant here. Also having the can openers, which Maverick going to be able to clear any utility that would be on the wall, of which there is basically none. If anything, just some mute jammers. Fuel's going to have to play pretty hard for garage control here, but also, if they completely give up bedroom, it'll be hard. And you can see we're going to get a pause after this round. One can assume tech pause.
If Fuel allows Northeastern to get a foothold into this zone, it is going to be very, very dangerous for Fuel.
The worry is, I'm wondering what the tech issue is. If we're... Hopefully it doesn't look like anyone's disconnected. Everyone looks to still be moving around, playing the game. Might be an audio issue, I'm not quite sure. But playing heavy for garage.
First blood.
Traded out though. Norrisk finds Angel as soon as Soccer Mom falls.
4 versus 4. That is the Capitao and the Frost eliminated for both sides.
That's a trade the defense will take any day. Honestly, the defense will take any day.
Yeah,
this
true.
Maverick hole is going to be a problem. A zombie needs to stay matted, but killed.
Montang's down.
The value from the Frost, despite the death. You can see, traded out immediately. Norrisk finds the headshot as soon as the zombie barrier falls. Nowhere for Dicey to go. 3 versus 3. Zazvu still has control of these Raptors, but needs to be careful.
Not the bees.
He's spotted, drops down with Nylander, pinches Pun Pun, and Pun Pun falls. And traded on the Planetoid as well.
3
Nylander,
versus 1.
3 more kills in the round. It's just Norrisk who's gone down to the first floor garage entrance, and Zazvu locks it in. Another round for Fuel.
And the momentum is now shifting more and more slightly, and it looks like Nylander
We're
has
going to get
left.
a tech pause. We're going to have a tech pause this round. PC issue for Nylander.
Seems like that.
I think we're getting another bubble show.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
yeah, we're getting more
another
bubbles.
bubble show for some kind of entertainment.
This is our entertainment. We get bubbles.
We've got a lot of time on our hands tonight,
That is
and
true.
our lovely observer Tina, for some reason, has a bubble gun. We don't ask questions when Tina shows up with things. She kind of just does sometimes.
I mean, they brought a trumpet to Smash Night once, so it's you know, it's
what we need is
vibes.
the trumpet on broadcast. This is how we would kill our time. Now, with 3 rounds for the side of Fuel, we've now had 2 in a row on their defense side. So far, looking confident, looking strong. They haven't been too close of rounds. The question is it going to be momentum that they can carry? Because
Use
they're
this
going
tech
to
pause
continue to
talk.
shift sites, so now we're going to head to the basement. The basement's a site that they like to attack, but we didn't see any success in. It is a bit easier to attack, especially going top down, which we saw in the last map is something that Northeastern like to do. So the question is this going to be something that we can see Fuel counter? We can see some of the picks that we'll get to after. Ram coming through for the side of Northeastern, a pick that was left open. Really only going to matter for this basement site, but it's going to be a really strong pick because being able to basically open up anything that's holding in the basement through kitchen, getting the hatch open. If they want to play similar to how Fuel was going for the Ying plant, which seeing a Ying as well is something we would expect, how is Fuel going to play to counter it?
I think what Fuel needs to do, and I've said this in previous streams for R6, is that when you're defending and you know that your attacking team is very, very hyper aggressive, isolate and annihilate. Try to get them alone. Do not allow for any of the other members to try and rotate out. Box them in, isolate them, and annihilate them.
Funny enough, we actually just saw Ram get switched off on our side screen over here.
Descends.
We'll go over the plans as soon as we come back. We're going to wait a
Yeah.
little bit because we're not sure exactly how long this tech issue is going to be. Rather than having you guys listen to us ramble about basically nothing, we're going to send you a quick break. We'll be back as soon as tech issues are resolved. Hang tight. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are back from the tech pause. We had a little bit of a peripheral issue, but we are back. We are back into now round 9 of this half. 2 rounds up for Fuel so far on their defense side, looking to keep the momentum going as we move into the basement. As we were talking about earlier, we thought we were going to see a Ying play. Some role swaps. The Deimos comes out, but Ying still stays in play. No risk. Going to be sitting on the striker, but Sense now instead of that Ram. Curious to see if they'll still go for the top-down play we were talking about through Kitchen, or what the move will be, as likely can openers on no risk. That being their only hard breach, and nothing to stop them from getting these hatches. One thing we haven't seen yet so far is Nylander on the Scopos.
And okay, so if the Scopos is coming into play, there always has to be a reason why you pick a certain operator.
Ooh, that was a...
Depending
on when they want to move in.
What are they doing?
Depending on what the plan is for this clear, and the benefit of Scopos is, so Scopos is targeted right now. They know their second floor, but all Scopos needs to do is switch back to that other bot. That doesn't matter, but caught switching, that is when it does matter. Before they get switched, but Typho trades out. Unfortunately, will fall.
No risk.
Finished out by Norisk. Coming back online, 2 more kills in this round.
No risk, just being the full-blown John Wick of Northeastern, has not been able to be stopped. He's the #1 threat. You gotta eliminate him first over anything, but it's a 3v4 scenario right now. And it seems that now Northeastern has a really good opportunity to just start securing an interior section to begin their second phase of the assault.
And the ability to get cameras too. With the 2 bodies on first floor, Dokkaebi can get the cameras. Dicey has to rotate out as the hatch is broken. The call comes through.
Dokkaebi just wants to check in on everybody. He says, hey, who's online?
Now the Ying being gone means there's no flashes for this drop. But they have a minute to clear everything out, and Deimos and Dokkaebi both going to be very powerful for this. A lot of information to clear it out. Soccer Mom's still a little bit worried about another roam. Won't find anything. So they start to focus their attention towards the site. They're droning through. Zazvu likely spotted on that. I don't know. And there he will be spotted.
Reload.
Rossmat stays alive, thankfully. Almost caught in the crossfire. We'll see one moving over. Looking to play for dirt. Coming down blue. Fully split up here.
This is dangerous. He is alone. A tag goes out a little bit. Soccer Mom does get injured. Not enough for any significant damage. We hear exchanges of fire going out. Soccer Mom is rushing. Takes out some devices. They're right above. The exchange goes out. They do get tagged. Deimos is almost down.
15 seconds. There's no flasher for this. They have to
Triple
drop.
kill
but
for no
Zazu
risk.
falls. This is huge. They just have the normal flashes to fall through. No risk smoked off. Has to run in. 5
They're
seconds
planting.
to keep the team alive. Dicey can't stall. No plant yet. It's all on to Angel. With 20 seconds to go. Or 20. They won! And Angel stays alive. The 1 versus 3 clutch at the end for Angel Grime.
Keeps them in for one more. It is 5-4. We have almost tied it. And we are at the 3rd phase of bans.
And to close out the first half of the second half with all 3 locked down, and you could see, didn't really know where to focus. They never saw Angel in the back of the site.
Nope.
Went out shooting the body that was already falling, and by the time they realized the round was over, there was no plant. And with 3 rounds, now with the sites resetting, Fuel can run it back. The only one that's banned is the Azami, which means when they go to the cache and the CCTV site, it's going to be a little bit harder to control Garage. But that's the only real threat for that. And Deimos being banned out is going to benefit them on a lot of these sites where we've seen them playing the Deimos just to clear out these roams.
We're ready for company.
It is such a gauntlet right now, and this is where you can really see that Fuel knows how to defend.
So what's curious now, the swaps, if these follow through, swapped over to Glaz. We haven't seen Glaz yet.
And Blitz. Glaz, Blitz, Striker.
What I would expect here, if this is the plan,
Is
play.
tell me. Is it Zofia who's the attacking GRU operator?
That would be Zofia, yes.
Yes, okay.
I'm expecting the plan here. Oh, and so Glaz still does stay up, but Ying comes in as well. So, with this Glaz, I'm curious to see where they're going to play it, with it being gym and bedroom. Might just look to break the castle barricades on the window and have Glaz post up. But only smokes on Blitz, I believe. Oh, and Ying. So a lot of flashes, a lot of smokes, a lot of things that Glaz can play through, and no Warden for the side of Fuel, which means it will be a one-sided affair. But the Mira will give a good benefit for this. Angel spotted out on that drone as well as the Mira. The important thing is there's no ranged hard breach here. The Gone 6 will be able to break the castle barricades. No one's looking, but it's a timing. Oh! Angel pops the head off just at the perfect time. And walking through for another. It's a double kill for Angel. Getting pressured really early on in this round. 2 minutes left. It's already 1 versus 5.
Excuse me?
We're 30 seconds into the round, and the round is basically over. Angel finally falls.
Okay.
And for what feels like the first time this entire series, the round is over at 2 minutes.
Okay.
Can we get more of that?
Please?
And just like that, on the fastest round of this series,
Fuel's tied it.
not going to be much replays because the round was over.
I don't even, like, it was 4 versus 5. Angel drops 1, 3 versus 5, and then less than a couple of seconds later, you see another exchange of fire gets dropped, then they get dropped, and then on the stairs, it's all down to the Zofia, who drops Angel, but then gets dropped on the rebound. All within, what, 15 seconds?
Great play for Angel Grime, exactly when they needed her. Almost got caught out with that castle barricade breaking, popped the head up at the perfect time.
Like whack an operator.
Literally playing whack-a-mole. Unfortunately missing that one. The Moles win.
the Moles
I didn't know they could win at whack-a-mole, but apparently they can today. We'll shift over to CCTV and Cash. Now again, with the Azami being gone, it's going to be harder to hold the balcony.
And we're tied. Like, that's...
And we are tied. We are on a fresh game. 2 rounds to go, and Fuel only needs to win, well, 2 of them.
Both teams need to win 2.
Both teams need to win 2, but 1 to force overtime, and the benefit of overtime on their map pick is they're going to get 2 defense sides, even if it does go to overtime.
Which is what you want to see, and now it looks like we got Nomad, the Montaigne, the Capitao. I keep forgetting who that one is. Flores.
The one with the drones that go boom.
And Maverick.
That is correct.
First blood
and
goes
Maverick
on a Nylander.
Maverick immediately finds the castle. One of the roams. Nylanders had a bit of a rough time to start this game. At least compared to last season. Nothing to be ashamed of, 7-6. But we saw him carrying that first map on his back for most of it. Jazvu stepped into his shoes, and the rest of the team not far behind.
Oh,
it's been a team effort.
A really good position on those stairs. CCTV points out to
Dicey.
Oh, he's getting lit on fire. He's getting barbecued. He's stuck in that corner.
It's not spreading though.
Oh,
it is
now
spread.
It is. He's barbecued. 5 versus 3.
And what's rough is this is going to be so hard for Fuel to come back from. The control that they have, especially with this Maverick opening up most of this wall. It's going to be a challenge for Fuel to keep control of CCTV. But Zazvu might be the one to be able to do it with the shield.
Oh, the 2 shields have met.
Clash will have an advantage here because Clash can just shock the Monty shield.
Yeah, we also have Plantoid waiting outside, giving that long range.
You have to be scared of this. You have to be scared of the Maverick holes.
Yup.
And Typho finds no risk. That's the Maverick gone.
Yes. Maverick's down.
That's a huge pick to get.
The Monty gets tagged out.
Monty's trying to get the Clash. The Clash shield falls. Clash needs to get 1. Gets at least 1. 3 versus 3. Zazvu's low and gets smoked out. The smoke actually will
Wait, the Clash is alive.
potentially lose it. Clash gets out. And now we're in an even 3 versus 3. Zazvu low with no shield. The plant is coming down on the chassis, but he swings forgetting about the holes. The plant goes down, and now the Maverick hole is going to be so hard. How do you get the Flores off of this angle? But Capital falls.
Capital is wounded.
And no one can res. Both players are off-site on opposite sides. They have to be able to swing these Maverick holes, but this is such a hard angle. You have to basically prone for this angle to fight it. You see both looking for the swing. And Plantoid finds the one. The hole's at foot level. Typho will finish Soccer Mom. 2 versus 1. He doesn't even know about Nomad.
Nope, this is a problem. He's going to go for the defuse.
Trying to stick. Gets flashed. Nothing he can do. Can't even get out of the window. And finally, Northeastern responds.
And now Northeastern is on match point. Fuel needs to win this next round to push us just to overtime.
And again, we're seeing these 5-1 halves fall apart for both teams.
Scared. That's
We
all I
brought
can
it
say.
to tie. 1 round to go. This is it. Last chance to stay alive. It's on their map. It's on defense. They're going to go back to the basement. The site's open. The only one they've lost so far being CCTV and Cash.
Jaeger, Frost, Goyo, Legion, and Smoke coming out to play the side of Fuel.
Not wanting to change too much up from the earlier basement holds. Interesting change to see for the side of Northeastern that we're going to see is Brava coming out. I would expect to see them swap off of this because there's not really anything that they can take. They can kind of only just take the cameras and Jaeger, and sure enough, switch to Flores. Not a lot of utility to really take over. Curious to see how Fuel will defend this basement once again. They had a great defense on that last round.
Now it's time. It's Fuel's final opportunity. They need to win this.
And compositionally, I'm not sure that Northeastern really has the advantage. We have the Ying and the Sense back out once again.
we have no risk though. He's alive.
Norris needs to be the one to win the round on his own. 14 kills so far this game. The next closest at half of that. The rest of the team has not been there, but it hasn't mattered so far. Norris will be the one to enter and clear out the second floor. Just looking to take the map control. You can see one of the Fuel members over towards the garage. The drone won't clear it out, just going to clear out CCTV. It is Nylander who will get spotted now. Nylander's roams, when they've paid off, have been great, but when he's been caught, last round was the one that they lost as he was first to fall.
This is, you have to be flawless. Right now, Northeastern is just trying to gain some ground, gain some intel. You got 4 of 5 members inside. Now all 5 are inside, shooting through the floors. There is no, there's a tag onto No Risk, and he's taken out, and that's first blood.
Exactly the pick that Fuel needs. If anyone is going to fall, it's the one that's been able to do it. The Ying charges up, wanting to swing. Blind is Typho. He doesn't have a choice. Might have been able to play safe, but was a little bit worried about the swing. And now, 4 versus 4. Ying still has charges. The hatch not open. I don't know if they can actually get the hatch. The can openers was on... The can openers was on Striker. I don't know if anyone else has hard breach.
Blue team does have the diffuser, but Angel's in a really good corner position. They're shielded out. They have hard cover behind them. They don't need to worry about their flank, really. And there's a welcome mat right there, so as long as they don't get pixel-peated, someone just has to walk through there and hit that welcome mat.
They do have hard breach on set. Timing for Nylander. Whiffs the first shot, but does re-swing onto Soccer Mom. Needs to get out alive, though. Has a safe drop down the garage hatch.
It's a 3 versus 4, 30 seconds left. Angel is just firing off, getting that suppressing fire, falling back to reload.
It is worth noting they got the hatch open. There was can openers for the Ying.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
But no one is in. Zazvu's still backside. They have to clear him out. They're looking for the toes. They get the ceiling above them, looking to fight. Ying drops. Wounded, but so is Zazvu!
Okay!
Finds another one!
Oh, 2 versus 3.
Trying to keep it alive.
5,
It's a 1 versus 3 with
4,
1 down.
3,
It's only Flores.
2, 1, and we're going to overtime! We're going to overtime on map 2! Woohoo!
I mean,
Okay.
what?
Wow.
This has just been a marathon of series. And Zazvu coming up clutch at the final moment. Swinging out to Planetoid before he can get into a position. There's more bubbles flying around. I'm not sure why.
We're in overtime. These are the bubbles of fortune.
So far, I don't think the bubbles have a 100% win rate, but
Defenders protect
I guess
the
they've
bomb
been a good luck charm.
by attackers.
Fuel will start on the defense. Going back up to the gym and bedroom. We saw the consequences of Norris dropping early last round. Exactly what happened. We said he had to be the one to step up, and him being the first to fall, there was nothing else to come through for the side of Northeastern.
It's... It... It's... This is a gauntlet of a match, and now, at this tie, we got Planetoid swapping off to go into the Capitao, it seems. Ash, Montang, Ace, and Jane coming out. This is a very strike-heavy composition. Frost, Castle, Mira, Mute. Don't recognize that last one.
Wamai. Sorry, I didn't know
Wamai.
which direction you were reading in.
I was going from right to left.
This is the same thing that we saw on the last gym and bedroom rounds. The Mute Jammer will stop that drone, able to be recollected. Gonna open up the wall with Ace. They've gone for the dedicated hard breach this time. Not just sticking with can openers. The Monty back out again. Last time we saw this site, it was a very fast hit and it did not work out.
It did not work out at all. We'll see. The can opener is coming out to play. Boom. The wall is breached.
The round already looks slower. We're at 2 minutes and no one's died yet, which is a very big difference in the last time when the round was over.
Yep, because usually by now 4 people are dead, but no one's dead yet. Bring out your dead. I'm not dead yet. Everyone knows that reference. Thank you.
I do not.
Monty Python.
That's why I do not. So Ash in play to break the castles. We'll get that door open, which is at least going to take some pressure off of the main breach. Oh! Doesn't manage to find the kill. And now one revealed. They have information on one player of Fuel. They are stuck there. There is no way out of that.
No, they're pinned.
Do not want to swing for that drone. That drone will stay alive. It's revealed Angel. It's revealed the rest of the fight.
First blood!
Finds Norrisk. Norrisk knew where he was. Still not enough. The Nitro cell behind. Typho falls. That's a worth trade, though. One the defense will take every day of the week and every round of this series. The chip damage found on a Capitao. 60 seconds left on the clock. The main point of contact for Northeastern has fallen already. We can see the Ying trying to clear things out, but Capitao's falling on the other side of the map. Nylander. But Dicey will fall, trying to take the fight onto the Ying. The Ying charge is gone. Angel's moved up, taking a bit more of an aggressive position for this Ying. Ying's gonna look to clear for the shield.
No!
Clears the close angle for Punch.
Nitro, 2v2.
Gets the Nitro. Low health on both members of Northeastern with 30 seconds left. They've walked in. Member in the bathroom to clear out.
1v2.
Gets it though. Turns around. 1 versus 1 for Soccer Mom. It's just Nylander and Soccer Mom.
And Nylander has a health advantage.
And the footholes here. He gets off the plant. Has to know this. Has to know he's walking out. Nylander comes through with the clutch. And Fuel on the match point for the first time in this series on their map pick a clubhouse.
All they have to do is win this. That's all they gotta do. And it's 6-7.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I'm not doing the 6-7.
It's 6-7. Fuel on match point. It is coming down. The bubbles of fortune coming out for us. Everything is coming up. Fuel They bring it to the final. Let's find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
But going to the attack side, the side that Fuel has struggled on, both sides have struggled on for this entire series. No team has gotten more than one round on the attack so far. Every single team, even if you count overtime, we have seen a total of 2 attack side wins on both maps
Yes.
for each team.
Wall reinforced.
Fuel needs to be the one to break it here. We're going to start in the
I have
basement.
goosebumps.
Starting in the basement, and curious enough, no Ying, at least not yet.
Camera being activated.
The usual basement hit that we would see, at least what we would expect to see, not coming into play. Solid Snake comes out,
Oh. Kept
which
you
swapping
waiting,
off
huh?
Nomad means there's no flank denial here, which means we're definitely going to see a different look from Fuel than what we've seen the last 2 attempts at this. Operators locked in. We have the Blackbeard. The Denari likely going to look to clear from the first floor. Not Denari, sorry, Deimos. That's the wrong side.
Camera position.
And now, as it is now showtime, this is Fuel's moment. This is there to win, there to gain. Can they do it?
They're going to have audio on this roam from Soccer Mom. So they're going to know about these second floor players. 2 of them, it's Norrisk and Soccer Mom. One of those pretty frightening to play against right now. The hatch open for the fast rotates as well. Without cameras, I'm curious to see what Fuel will do for this, as Norrisk might have an angle with this hatch open. I think it's the shield going to clear. Thankfully it is. So information on the roam. Unknown exactly who so far, but at least information on one. As Norris pivots to just play a different angle on this hatch. Looking down on the shield. That was a bit sketchy.
A little dangerous.
Zazvu in a very odd position. The frag comes through on the wrong side, though. You can see Typho just outside that window. Knee laner will fall. Solid Snake. One of the clears for the roams like this. Dicey does take out Soccermon, one of the other second floor roamers. The Nitro through the window.
Oh!
The audio on it, I think Typho thought it was on the wall, but it breaches through the window and gets him. Now 2 members of Fuel are already low.
Oh, they are not looking good.
Angel, the only full health member for Fuel. And still this roam on second floor from Norrisk. He hasn't moved.
No one can clear him out.
Still in the corner, now making a move. Dicey's up there. It's Dicey or Zazu, I can't tell. In the window, jumping in. The flash behind, it doesn't blind. Zazu's trying to bait, drops the hatch.
Oh!
Zazu finds him on the fall. 3 versus 3 now.
It's even, but 2 members are still very, very low. They just you can throw a beach ball at them, they'll drop.
This has to be Zazu to go big here. With the shield. The shield has to be the one to do it. Not a lot of utility. They might have a can opener to get the hatch open, but nothing else to get down. They have frags. The hatch is open for Bike. They'll break the camera. Zazu has to be the one to drop. Drops in. Malusi shield, or Malusi slow is broken. Angel
Oh, almost gets the ankle.
almost had the feet. But Angel not in a position to support the others. Just trying to hold the rotations. It has to be Dicey and Zazvu. And Zazvu will
gets
find the
kill.
first.
2 versus 3.
There's 15 seconds.
3
Angel
versus
finds the
1.
rotate.
Oh, they
It's all on to Pun Pun, who will find Zazvu with 10 seconds left. He finds a second. It's all Pun Pun looking for the 1 versus 3 to keep this map alive. But Angel has information. And Pun Pun
We have won.
on a
Final
heartbreaker.
round.
Heartbreaking round. And Northeastern pulls it through.
And it's a roll swap, 7-7. This is the last chance. Fuel on defense.
Right where they want to be, but that was the opportunity. That was the one.
That could have been it. That could've been it.
Everything played to their advantage. Unfortunately, Zazvu and Dicey, they had the 2-on-1 on the Pun Pun and couldn't close it out. And then at this point, 4 seconds left. What is Angel left to do?
Yeah, Pun Pun made it done.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
They got in, they got the entry. Angel got the rotate. Had it the 1 versus 3. Played to perfection up to that point.
Setting the welcome mat.
But not able to win the 1 versus 2 for Dicey and Zazvu. Unsure what happened. But Pun Pun, with the round of the series so far, in one final round, Fuel on the defense again.
Explosive ordnance out and primed.
Only one time have we seen a team win more than 2 attack rounds. Even then, actually, we've still only seen one because every time the attackers have lost an OT.
Yep. Will it happen? We'll see. Because
If it
this
doesn't,
is it. These next 3 minutes determines if we see a map 3 or a 2-0.
if Northeastern can break that streak, it is the series over and Northeastern taking the lead in the tiebreaker. But if it stays as it's been, we might be heading to a map 3. We need...
I'm scared.
I'm
scared.
I don't know how to feel. In what has already been a grueler of a series, and one round to decide if we're going to be going to midnight tonight.
Reloading!
I don't know how to feel. I don't know what to expect.
We're
That needed to be the one.
about to find out.
Again, clearing this top side, but Fuel wanting to bunker. You can see on the X-ray, there is no one from Fuel wanting to fight this early.
Someone on Fuel got tagged, though.
Typho, one of the first floor roams. A little bit of a tag, but only playing for the first floor. They don't have anyone on the second floor. It's Nylander and Typho yet again. And the Dokubi's going to get a lot of information on these roams. Typho loses that fight. It has to be Nylander to trade. And he falls to no risk. Oh, no. On 1 HP. That had to be the trade. And it's not.
It's a 5 versus 3.
In what has been so far the best situation for an attacking round for Northeastern. Similar to what we saw for the start of Fuel last round, the difference is, will they be able to hold it together?
Changing mags!
I don't know. Fuel needs to drop too soon.
The anchors of Fuel have done a great job though. They don't need to extend. We've seen how well they've done on these holds, especially in the basement.
The V's are coming out.
Zazvu at the top of the leaderboard, 16 kills. Norris has caught up with those kills, but still. Again, the anchor power from Fuel has done so much. And it's going to come down to them to keep the series hopes alive and their chance at clinching playoffs right here.
40 seconds remaining. The smoke doing a really good job stopping that Grim.
The Grim will get the spot. So information on one who rotates off. It's Dicey, the shotgun up close. Doki Bikal will at least give the information. Another smoke to stall. 20 seconds, gets fired off. One from Dark. Angel
drops.
The anchors have started, but Norris finds
gets a
Dicey.
triple.
It's a triple, he's traded out. The anchors.
Gets
Angel
two,
finds
2v2.
2 again. But it's just on to Zazvu.
2v1.
Angel's done what she can. Zazvu swings through, gets the one down. It's all on the plant. The plant has to stick, has the information. He knows he's in the corner. On the plant. Zazvu misses. Oh! And that's it. In the final seconds, when he needed to hit it the most, he's been clutch for the entire game. Sitting at the top of the leaderboard, but the one at the very end is the one that falls apart. The anchors did everything they could with how that round started. 2 from Angel and 2 from Zazvu, or what was almost 2. Was 2 with the down.
What happened here, though?
Just at the
One, two-
final moment, gives him a haircut at 1 HP and runs out of ammo. And Pun Pun, the hero for Northeastern, saving the last 2 rounds of the half. Someone who we had not seen much for the entire series. And what a heartbreaker.
That is a very, very much a heartbreaking defeat. I can't even imagine what the team could be feeling right now.
The good news is it's not the end of the season. There's still a chance.
It is not the end.
But now a tiebreaker that won't go their way. Man,
Wow.
we went the absolute distance in a 2-map game.
8-7 both times. Both both defeats and both victories for Northeastern in overtime.
Both times, no team able to close out the attack rounds. Only one per team. And then finally, the last round of the game, the streak is broken for Northeastern.
Courtesy of Pun Pun.
And it was, again, the hero of the last 2 rounds, saving what would have been an attack win for Fuel. And what could have been the defense win as well. I don't know what else to say.
Well, you heard my reaction. I screamed like a banshee.
There
It's
was a very loud reaction at the end of that.
It's just... what do you do in that situation? You're right there.
And unfortunately, what seems to be one of the most heartbreaking moments of this season so far for Fuel as a whole. We're going to take a short break. We will hopefully be back with an interview in a little bit. Hang tight. We'll try and get an interview with one of the players. What a heartbreaking loss. We'll try and get some
Very.
opinions.
Stay
Hang tight.
tuned.
We'll be back. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're here with a post-game interview. We're going to have actually two of them, but kicking it off, we're joined by Nylander, who on map 1, you were having quite the game. Map 2, still pretty solid. Obviously, tough way to lose out, especially what could be the last time we'll see you guys on stream this year. And, you know, for you personally, I'm going to start off with a bit of a personal question, given I'm not actually sure and I kind of want to know the answer of, is this the last time we might see you on stream at all? Is this your last season?
Yeah, this will be my last season, officially. I do get my economics degree, move on. I will say I am still competing in TFT, so there's about... I'm pretty sure I'm in playoffs, so there's about 3 weeks to go. Next week, and then semifinals, and then maybe if I make finals. But in terms of probably on the field stream, yes. This is my last one.
Maybe we'll be. I don't know how we'll pick up TFT. We could try. I don't actually know how a stream would work for that.
Hey, I'll cast it.
I mean, it'd be a pretty
I volunteer as tribute.
The
I
best
think
we
it'd be a
got
pretty chill
maybe
cast.
is like a Discord share screen, and I don't know. You might have to talk to the big man about that.
Yeah, how do you observe TFT? I don't actually
There's
know if
a
we can
tournament
get in.
client, so whenever I play in regionals or whatever in Pro TFT or the TPC as it's called, the pro circuits, we get a tournament client and we just use that. There's observer slots and able to
Interesting.
pause.
So
too,
which means
'cause-
there's a possibility.
No,
Oh.
It's not for
Yeah.
not on normal client is what he's saying.
ECAC does not have access to that. I mean,
Collegiate
maybe,
doesn't
but
get
so.
that treatment, sadly.
Oh.
Well, I mean, obviously with TFT, you're still going to be competing. If I remember correctly, from 2 days ago, you were ranked number 14, which is not nationally, including
I'm
Canada
actually
and the
top
US.
5 now.
You're top 5 now.
yeah, I'm
Okay, so
top
that
5.
must have been
Oh, okay.
before Monday's results went through when I
Yeah.
looked. So again, we're still going to see some competition. Dragon, I'll let you give a question because I've been kind of talking.
My only question is just how, like, overall in these 2 games did you feel that, like, was your best? Like, was it because you played insanely well? You were able to get a lot of kills, especially once you eliminated no risk a few times. It really helped the snowball momentum for those rounds, and just absolutely like maddening tactics you've done.
We had a talk. We had a practice on Saturday, and we had all talked. At least those that were there, we just talked about what can we do moving forward, and like things that like we need to remind ourselves of, or like just things to work on. And like one of the biggest things there for me was like, there's sometimes like in these losing efforts, I like fall back, go silent, or I don't step up, and I think across these 2 maps here, there was times where I wasn't afraid to make a play, and I felt like there was something that I can't relay in time and just needed to step up and do. But at the same time, too, like as the IGL, it's making sure your team like is in the right spot. So there's a bit of like a push-pull on that, on like, you know, navigating that. But in terms of like what you asked, it was just more of a self-gumption, if that's the correct word.
We get what you're saying.
Yeah.
We get what you're saying.
We get it.
Well, I guess I think what'll be my last question for you will be kind of going back to what my first question was. You've been competing with us for a long time. Remind me how long it's been, because it's been at least, 3 years going on 4 at this
fall
point?
2022 is my
Okay,
first
so
semester.
Wow.
Three
on campus.
3 years plus that we've seen you competing with Fuel.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to give you an opportunity, since this might be the last time we see you on stream. Do you have anything you want to say to the camera, to everyone watching? I think we had some near record viewers for this stream so far this season. So you got anything you want to say? Now's the
22
chance.
right now.
I'm trying to cry. Sorry. I'll leave the tears for probably Fuel Awards, because that's where my most heartfelt stuff will come.
Vote.
Yes, vote.
Whether I win something or not, I'm gonna leave it for then. Right now, I'm just more, taking it in, just gonna reflect. I've had a lot of successful seasons. Maybe 2 seasons where win-loss was negative. The rest was like either undefeated, close to undefeated. Even just like for CS, for example, that's where I started off in. We won NACE Open my second semester. I third place ECAC last fall, and like I said, just a lot of like playoff runs, or just playoff like clinches and then runs. Kind of this goes back to sports because like I have a background in football, basketball, stuff like that. For those that know me, and a coach in my senior year always told me like and you gotta enjoy the moment, you gotta be present. I catch myself times this year where I look too far forward. I looked at the beginning of this R6 semester thinking, let's get to playoffs. Like that's when the real deal starts for me, right? I want to leave my mark in R6 because I've been competing R6 since 2023. Started off ACAD for a year, some good results, unfortunate playoff heartbreaks, and then main team for the last year, 2 years. Played with so many tremendous people in all my games, honestly. Even TFT, like we're not playing together, but like we're teammates and we're sharing a lot of good things together. So there's a lot of it's catching up to me now where I just really enjoyed all of that, and I cherish it. And thanks to that coach in high school that told me to be present, I really got to enjoy, especially this last year now. Sorry, now it's coming, but
All right.
yeah.
we see the tears. If you want to save them for the Fuel Awards, we'll let you end it there if you want to end it there. But if you got any more, feel free.
I guess the only thing to say for R6, especially tonight, that was one that really tested us in a lot of emotions. I don't know what Duck will touch upon, but that one was one. We should win. We felt we could win. We knew we could win. Anything like that, everyone's going to have their opinion. But to me, that was one that was like, it's there for us, but we definitely got caught with miscommunication, bad gaps, and got punished a lot. But good resilience. Even like, there's a lot of 3v5 5 rounds that we went down on and then almost won and also have won. So, that shows a lot of growth in this team, especially for our past few weeks. But unfortunately, loss is a loss. Loss sucks.
I think that kind of sums it up enough at the end.
Yeah.
Loss is a loss, and you still do have at least one more match in this season. And in theory, if I remember my math from the standings earlier, there may still be a chance that we see you guys again, depending on the results of next week. I need to verify that.
Need a positive result next week, and then I don't know how tiebreakers will go.
I don't actually remember what it is for R6, but there's a chance. This may not be the true last time we see you guys, but thank you for joining us for this interview. I'm glad that we gave you a chance to speak.
Thanks for having me.
Hopefully this isn't the end.
Yeah.
We've had this the whole time, every time there's been a pause. Close the fries.
Yeah, I don't want bubbles on your fries.
Thanks, Tina.
Anyways, thank you to our lovely observer, Tina. We're going to quickly switch our interviewer here, or our interviewee here, but thank you, JV, for joining us. Much appreciated. We're going to get Duck on, or Typho in game for our final interview of the night, which, Dragon, I will let you lead off with the first question, whatever you'd like to ask.
Yep. All right. So, hello there, Duck, a.k.a. Typho.
Squeeze in a little bit. There you go.
So, my first question is going purely into gameplay. How did you feel like your personal performance? Because you did amazing, especially with some clutch plays. You did really well in your firefights. Kind of what was going through your head in both those games, like going into those disadvantaged firefights that you actually managed to pull out of?
I think the first match, I was doing a little bit worse and was losing a lot of those 50-50 fights. But on the second match, I kind of got over like the little bit of like fear inside of me and just like throwing shit at the wall and just trying to make it work.
Just walked in.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to do it.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, we were watching you and Nylander and Dicey as well on a lot of the roams, on a lot of the topside holds when you're in the basement, just keeping that map control. When it paid off, it was huge for the rounds. We saw it in the few attack on a lot of the defense rounds that you guys won. you were commenting on how no team was able to win more than one attack round because of how strong those defense side holds were. Unfortunately, at the very end, that streak was broken, but we saw how strong that was for you guys keeping that map space. Was that something you felt like you guys still needed to improve on, or where do you think that was falling apart?
I think there's just a lot more coordination that goes on in an attack rather than a defense. In a defense, you kind of have your little spots that you know you're playing, and then you can kind of just shuffle things around according to what's happening. But the attack side of things is like a lot more complicated. Things need to be executed. People need to be communicating what needs to happen, what they want to happen, all these different factors, and it gets gunked up sometimes. And
Like, there's a lot more micromanaging with attack than there is on defense.
yeah, there's a couple things I could think of that could have been improved, but it's just like a overall consistency that I think we're lacking. It's I think it just comes with time.
Fair enough.
I agree with that.
Dragon, do you have more?
No, I think we really summarized everything, really.
Well, then I'm going to give you the same opportunity because I need to ask you the same question of, is this your last season? Or is that unknown at this point?
I don't think it will be.
Okay.
I got at least one more year left.
Okay. Well, if you want to have an opportunity to say something in case this is the last time this season, because we won't, at that point, we won't see you till at least September. Feel free otherwise.
I just say to anyone that's watching that hasn't joined up, Fanshawe Fuel, join up right now.
FSU.ca/Discord. He did the plug for us. We don't even need to do it now.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, Duck, for joining us. We're going to take a quick look at our schedule for the upcoming week, everything else that's coming up. We've got a very, very busy week. We've had a lot of things coming up with COD. Actually, wait, no, that didn't happen. That would have been tonight.
That would have
so
been, COD
tomorrow
been
we have the CRL qualifiers for Fuel Rocket League. That's going to be the big one this week, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. You can catch that right here. It's actually the open tournament. I forgot the qualifiers are over. So a little different. People that didn't qualify, but still a big opportunity for them to boost their rankings. Friday we'll have some Overwatch facing Ithaca, which is spelled with 2 A's, not 2 I's, but that's fine. And on the weekend, we will have CLOL as Fuel Esports takes on the Roosevelt Lakers. You can also find live coverage on our Instagram and Twitter accounts for No Man's Land as Fuel Esports Rocket League will be heading to St. Clair to play against LAN competition. Both college and non-college will be interesting because it's going to be non-college teams we're playing against.
Okay. Well, that would be unique to definitely check it on stream. And that's also not the only major thing we have coming up.
This is true.
We do have the Fuel Awards. They will be on April 7th. However, we are starting our voting. They close on March. Is that a 6?
20th.
Yes, it is.
That's a 20th.
Oh, that's a 0, not a 6. The voting does close on March 20th. So go scan the QR code there. Vote for your players and your staff for who you believe has done their best to contribute to Fuel Esports. And on April 7th will be our award show, which will be streamed live at our Twitch.
We'll also have tickets available for that in the future, so make sure you join us again at fsu.ca/Discord for all the announcements upcoming on that. Otherwise, thank you for joining us tonight. This has been our R6 mainstream that we've gotten this season, although we did try another one. Hopefully we get another one after next week. Thank you for joining us. I'm Boyce. I've been joined by Dragon. Thank you to Duck and JV for joining us, and thank you to our lovely production crew. Have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow.